Hello, hello everyone. What is up? Am I loud enough? Yes, I am hopefully loud enough. I just need to lower the music in my headphones. Hello everyone, hello, hello. Welcome back to more Steins Gate. I meant to stream a lot earlier because I want to stream this for a decent amount of time. I'm hoping to finish this on Saturday, but now I'm not so sure. I'll take one more drink of water and then I'll start. Also, let me keep the cap off the bottle. This all happened because of the very first D-mail I sent to Daru. The SERN intercepted that D-mail with Echelon and figured out what it meant, then sent their rounders after us. They will kill Mayuri, kidnap us, and steal the time leap machine. Some years after that, I assume, Daru and I escaped and formed the resistance to which Suzuha belonged. I tried to save Mayuri, but nothing worked. Every world line converged on the same result, just as the tractor field theory said they would. Hello Shoujo, welcome in. Thanks for your daily check-in. How are you today? Also, how far are we on the community? 20% raise. Oh my god. That's concerning. 30,000 already. Congrats on first, Shoujo. That's a cute wave emote. You know, if this is all in your head, I think you've got a career as a light novel author ahead of you. It's true. All of it. To prevent Mayuri's death. Hello Kai, welcome in. Thanks for your day checking in. Congrats on third. Why third? And to free Suzuha's future from SERN. I don't know. You know what? Fair enough. Tired. Also, it's already past midnight for you, isn't it? Feeling tired like Catboy Kai or lurking like Shoujo? Send a D-mail to the future and join our Discord. 1 a.m.? Okay, yeah. Well, I'm too late, but happy belated birthday, Kai. We need to escape from the Alpha world line, and I think we can do that by canceling all of our changes to the timeline so far. That should return us to the Beta world line, the world line that existed before I sent that first email. There's just one more step. We need to erase the first email from SERN's database. Isn't that the one where Kurisu died? Does he even realize that? Or is he just thinking of the Lotto one? Surely he's thinking of the one with Kurisu's death. If what Suzuha said is correct, then erasing that data will take us over 1% divergence, and back to the Beta world line. It was just one short email, barely 36 bytes, but it changed the course of human history. The butterfly effect. Fascinating. Kurisu mutters as she sips her hot coffee. It looks like she's already recovered from her exhaustion. You believe him, Makise? In theory, I'd like to see objective data, But that's obviously impossible. Relax. Your time leap machine worked perfectly. Of course it did. She doesn't deny it. That's just like Kurisu. Besides, we were already planning to crack SERN's database, weren't we? Fine. Let's see what's in there. If the mail data exists, then it's proof that what you said is true. So what you're saying is, don't think, feel. Got it. You lost me. What he meant to say was, don't think, do. Hang on one moment. Let me check something real quick. Hey, I dropped it. But there we go. Daru extracts his massive body from the space behind the desk, plops himself down in the chair, and wipes away his sweat. Done bridging them. I need to tinker with the settings a little, but we should be up and running in about 10 minutes. Alright. So the first email started everything. Was that the one you showed me at ATF? The one that said I died or something. Right. I found you dead at Radicon and sent Daru an email. Daru happened to be experimenting on the phone wave, named subject to change at the time. So the discharge phenomenon occurred and the mail was... Hey Spicy, welcome in. Congrats on second. How are you today, Spicy? My voice trails off. Something is telling me to stop. Fear rises in my chest. A sudden, terrible certainty that I'm missing something vital. She literally said it, her death. If you change the path, she dies again. And she was the first death you saw, the one that set all this off. I frantically replay the conversation in my head. We must cancel all of our changes to the timeline so far. The very first email started it all. The one that said I died or something. Return to the world line that existed before I sent the first email. An icy fist seizes my heart, and I turn to Kurisu with a look of pure terror. Our eyes meet. Those eyes of hers no longer show the sharp defiance from when we first met. Instead, they glow warmly with the light of curiosity. What? I was right. I had missed something vital. Something dire. The world line I sent my sights on to save my Yuri. The world line upon which Suzuha staked her hope for the future. The world line I am at last poised to reach at the end of this long struggle. I don't know why I said that weird, poised. On that world line, my Yuri lives. On that world line, SERN fails. And on that world line, on the 8th floor of Radicon, Makise Kurisu dies. Hey, chapter 10. I was this close. Oh, I could have done this last stream. Darn. I thought it was a bit of a thing, but not as much as I thought it was going to be. Okay, so I'm in the final 2 chapters, as well as a final ending that's going to require me to go back to earlier chapters and do a couple things. Because I doubt I did them correctly. Because you need to do very specific things to get the best ending you want. But I might be able to finish this on Saturday then. I thought that I had found the solution. That everything would be alright. But the equation was meaningless. I had solved nothing. So I guess the ending we're going for probably is the one where Kurisu dies, but everyone else lives. And it's a happy future, aside for her. And maybe the best ending is the one where she's alive as well. Instead, I am left with a terrible choice. Mayuri or Kurisu. One of them must die. Radikan is still off limits. They haven't yet repaired the hole that Suzuha's time machine made. I look down through the hole at the streets of Akiba. From up here, they look narrow and stifling. Across the way, a train rumbles by. I watch the yellow-striped cars move past. I came here because I wanted to be alone. The day before yesterday, I abruptly canceled the attempt to hack SERN. Kurisu and Daru demanded an explanation, but I just couldn't give them one. The decision has paralyzed me. 2 days later, I am still nowhere close to finding an answer. What do I do? 2 weeks ago, on July 28th, Dr. Nakabachi held a press conference in this very spot. That same day, Kurisu was murdered. And say we go through with the plan and delete the first email I sent, the one about Kurisu's death, from SERN's database. That would return us to the Beta world line, where it all began. What would happen then? According to my predictions, our friend, lab member 004, Makise Kurisu, would disappear. Someone who died on July 28th cannot be alive now, on August 15th. That would defy causality. A time paradox. That world line has already rejected her existence. The moment we erase the D-mail, Kurisu will cease to exist. And so, I am left with 2 options. Option 1. Hack SERN with the IBN 5100 and erase the first email I sent, thus returning to the Beta world line. Kurisu will disappear, but Mayuri will live. SERN will never build a time machine, and the future will be free. Pretty much the best outcome possible, where everyone is safe for the most part. Option 2. Don't hack SERN. Keep living here on the Alpha world line. Mayuri will die. So will Moeka and FB. Kurisu will likely be kidnapped by SERN, but at the very least she won't die. With her research, SERN will gain control of space-time, and the future will be a dystopia where no one is free. Not to mention, Kurisu does die eventually, under their clutches. We all die. And apparently we get tortured to death. Oh, actually, no, that no longer exists. Never mind. That we erased that. We accidentally created that, but then we erased that. Never mind. But we still die some other way. And I'm supposed to choose? Ridiculous. I choke out a laugh. How am I, of all people, supposed to make that choice? There's no way. I don't really care about the future, whether it's free or ruled by SERN. I know I should care. Suzuha entrusted her wish to me. Doesn't that make it my responsibility? But still, it doesn't seem quite real. 20 years is a long time. Right now, only Mayuri and Kurisu matter. I must choose which to save. If I had been given this choice back on July 28th, before this all started, are you about to say it would have been an easy choice? Yeah. I probably would not have hesitated to abandon Kurisu and save Mayuri. But it's not July 28th. It's August 15th. I've spent 2 long weeks with Kurisu. She's one of us now, an integral part of the lab, and someone that has a big crush on you, for some reason. And as I leapt through time again and again, she was the person I relied on most. Always calm, always thoughtful, always ready with a new hypothesis, always there to give me a push when I needed it most. So what you're saying is, let's go for the Kurisu happy ending first? I wouldn't even have the time leap machine if not for Kurisu. It's thanks to her that I made it this far. After all she's done for me, there's no way I can abandon her now. But nor can I let Mayuri die. Everything I've done, I did to save her. I would give anything, even my own life, to see her safe. More than anything, I want her to live. No matter what, I won't let her die. I can't choose. I can't kill Kurisu or kill Mayuri. That is what this choice comes down to. Is this how it ends? I drive my fist into the wire fence. Suzuha, Ferris, Lukako, Moeka. Is this what I sacrifice your memories for? Is there no other option? No way to save them both? What if I use Suzuha's time machine? I could return to the Beta World Line, then use her time machine to travel to July 28th. No, that won't work. The reason Suzuha leapt to 2010 was to prevent SERN from creating a dystopia that only occurs on this world line. On the Beta World Line, she'll have no reason to leap to 2010. Suzuha's time machine won't exist, so I won't be able to use it. Alright. And what if I send Kurisu a warning via D-mail? It could say, "Don't go to Dr. Nakabashi's presentation." You know if her death is fixed, she'll just die some other way. No, that won't work either. Remember, causality converges. Kurisu's death is inevitable on the Beta World Line, just as Mayuri's is inevitable on this world line. No matter what I do, fate will ensure her death. There's no way. I slowly sink to the floor with my back against the fence. Can't save her. I'm powerless against the will of fate. What should I do? What should I do? Maybe. Maybe Mayuri doesn't die in the current world line. That's a big maybe. I canceled Moeka's email. Plus, I haven't had an opportunity to check the divergence meter since. Oh, trust me, it did not change that much. Might there be a chance? If the pattern continues, Mayuri's death has been pushed back to the night of the 17th. If Mayuri doesn't die between 7 and 8 p.m. that night, then I won't have to face this horrible decision. Yeah, I don't think life is going to be that nice. I don't think the world line's going to be that nice. I know it's unlikely. I understand that from all my experiences so far. But still, I can't help but cling to that hope. Mayuri and Kurisu. If I can just save them both, then I don't care if the future is ruled by SERN. I'll betray Suzuha's dream, if that's what it takes. So please, let Mayuri live. To whom should I make this desperate plea? God? Fate? The universe itself? Either way, I'm just one insignificant human among billions. Will my prayers truly reach? I already know what the answer will be. And that knowledge, that certainty, is despair. Kamiyama runs for 3 straight days, from the 15th to the 17th. On the last day, I go with Mayuri and stay with her from morning until Kamiyama closes. It's not really my thing, though, and the crowd is ridiculous, so I wait off to the side with Mayuri's bags. From time to time, Mayuri appears with new bags for me to guard, and usually a snack for us to share, but most of the day I spend alone. To some extent, I'm here to escape reality, to empty my mind and forget my fears. Fair. But you're just delaying the inevitable. But even when I close my eyes, I can still hear the footsteps of death approaching. Oh, it's coming. Well, hopefully it's just another heart attack, because that one's kind of the nicest death in comparison to the rest. We're finally home! It's already dark by the time the bus drops us back at Akiba. Mayuri is dragging her costume case behind her. I'm carrying bags covered in moe artwork and loaded with dojinshi. Those are all Mayuri's purchases, not mine. I can't believe she bought so much. I guess the reason she doesn't cosplay herself is that she's too busy shopping. We get off the bus and just stand there for a while. What are you gonna do now? Head straight home? Actually, I was thinking of going to the lab. Need something? Not really, but it's been a while since I got to relax with Ocarine. I'm a little hungry, so I'll buy some juicy chicken #1 on the way. Maybe Mayuri wants a taste of normalcy again, now that the chaos of Kamima has ended. I can't begrudge her that. I stifle a groan and shrug my shoulders. Back to the lab then.
帰るか。
Hey, Ocarine! Why did you come with Mayushi today? You've never come with me to Kamima before. You're not interested in Moe, right? Hello, Might. Welcome in, Mai. How are you today? Thanks for your daily check-in.
ロボットアニメには興味はある。
I like robot anime. But not so much that I'd line up early in the morning for Kamima each year, like Daru and Mayuri do. Still sleepy? That's fair. Just take it nice and easy, Mai. Stay cozy. So why did you come with me today?
それは。
Well, to confirm your death. You really said it? Really? Those words pop into my head, but I quickly shake them away. Oh, you didn't. You said it in your head. Okay, I see. Why am I so set on Mayuri dying? Because you know it's going to happen. To say otherwise is delusional. I want her to live. Remember? Well,
気まぐれだ。
I just felt like it. Oh. Was she hoping for a better answer? Maybe she wanted to hear that we wanted to spend time with her or something? Suddenly, silence. A downhearted frown replaces the usual smile on Mayuri's face. Oh, does she know we're hiding something from her? Did my answer upset her? But it's not like I could tell her the truth. How do you tell someone they're going to die?
ルカ子が。
Lukako. I frantically try to smooth things over.
コスプレして恥ずかしがっている。
I thought maybe you'd manage to get Lukako to cosplay, so I came to laugh at
来て
him.
いなくて残念だった。
Too bad he didn't come. Yeah, Luka-kun would be super popular if he did come, though. People would take his picture and post it all over the internet. Then everyone in the world would see how cute he is. And after he became a superstar, Mayushi would see him on TV and think, wow, he's gone so far.
本当にそうなりそうだから困る。
It's scary because it's true. Ocarine? Suddenly, Mayuri turns around and peeks at my face as she walks backwards. Thank you for today.
なんだ、突然。
Why are you thanking me? Well, like I said, this is the first time Ocarine's ever come to Kamima with me. It made Mayushi really happy. A smile finally returns to Mayuri's face. Ah, but you know what would make me even happier? If you cosplay next time.
あ あ、
Yeah,
考えておく。
I'll think about it. And that's right. Don't think negative thoughts. Think about a fun, bright future. Really? You'll cosplay for me?
マユリ自身もコスプレして参加する。
Only if you cosplay too.
それだけじゃなく、
Lukako
ル
too.
カ子と
And Christina.
それとクリスティ
Of
ナ
course. Convince him to cosplay
二
first.
人にコスプレさせる。そこまでできたなら。
If you manage that, then I, the great and insane mad scientist, Hyoen Kiyoma, will grace Kamima with my august presence. The next Kamima takes place this winter. We'll all be there, as if none of this ever happened. All of us, laughing and smiling together. Just imagine a future like that.
そっか。道は険しいね。
Wow, that's gonna be tough.
でもね、今ちょっと
But it sounds really fun too.
とってもそれにクリスちゃんはコスプレに
Besides,
興味津々
I think Chris Chan secretly wants to cosplay, so there's hope.
まゆし、頑張ってみ
Mayushi's gonna do her best. We arrive at the lab. What time is it? Tell me the time. I look up at the second floor, but there's no light in the window. Oddly enough, there's nobody here today. I've got a bad feeling about this. Is Moeka going to ambush us? On the previous world line, I forgave Moeka and Tennoji. But that has already been undone. This is a new world line. The Rounders are still alive, and they're still after the time leap machine.
マユリ、ここでちょっと
Wait here, Mayuri. I motion for her to sit and wait on the bench in front. Then I carefully check the area. I know my efforts are likely futile. But still, I want to do anything I can. Anything to give Mayuri a chance, however small, of surviving on this world line. Something tells me it would be foolish to go straight up to the lab. So first, I decide to check the street for any suspicious people. I walk down the street towards Kuramebashi. Kuramebashi, Dori, careful to always keep Mayuri in sight. There it is. It's coming. Suddenly, a white station wagon parked at the end of the street fires its engine and takes off in our direction. Please don't run us over. Not again. I didn't like that one. What? I can see clearly through the front window. The man in the driver's seat is unfamiliar. But I have seen that station wagon before. It's the same one Moeka used to run us over on a previous world line. Yeah, please don't repeat that. And the same one Tennoji used to transport the IBN 5100. And now it's bearing down on me at full speed. I'm in the center of the road. There's nowhere to run. Or, you know, run anyway, to the sides, behind wherever's in sight. The station wagon flips on its high beams, instantly turning my vision white. Flashbang. I can't move. It's all happening too fast. I expected an ambush inside the lab. Instead, I'm facing a charging car. The reason would be because you didn't go up immediately. If you had, it would have been an ambush. Well, not inside. Well, they would have came up behind you, but still. What do? I'm fine. I won't die. This world line hasn't approved that fate. No, wait. What day is it? This is the first time I've made it to the 17th. Does that mean my death is still undecided? Ooh, good luck with that. Will I die in Mayuri's place? If that will save her, if that will end this, then maybe it's for the best. No, I don't want to die yet. Two contradictory emotions collide in my mind. My body doesn't know which way to turn. Will I be the one to die? Out, flashbang. Oh, she saved us. Of course she did. Something slams into my back. Okay. And you took off? What about the time leap machine? What about me? I open my eyes. I'm lying on the side of the road. My whole body hurts, but I don't appear to be seriously injured. Someone saved me? Well, yeah, Mayuri. I looked up to see the station wagon's taillights disappearing around the corner. Why? Why are you running away, you coward? And there, lying in the center of the road, is Mayuri. I run to her side. Mayuri is bleeding from the head. The pavement is slick with blood. Did she protect me? But that's not what I wanted. I lift her body up in my arms. Her eyes twitch, then slowly open. Why? Mayuri, I'm sorry. It's my fault. Her hand wanders, as if seeking something. It reaches for the starry sky. Her eyelids are heavy. They could close any second now. But still, she looks straight into my eyes. And for some reason, she smiles. Finally, Mayushi was... Hello, Dark. Welcome in. Thanks for your daily check-in. Useful to Ocarine. What? Stardust handshake. Her delicate fingers grasp at the sky. But all they find is empty air. Oh, the delay problem was solved? I'm happy to see that. So far, yeah, it does seem good. There's no delay, like I'm only like a few seconds behind myself, the normal, typical delay. Hopefully it stays that way. Her arm goes limp. I grab her hand before it hits the ground. Oh, Phantom. Welcome in, Phantom. Welcome in, Raiders. How are you? For those who don't know me, my name is Carl Wolf. I'm a variety gamer, typically story games, playing point-and-click adventure games or just regular adventure games, visual novels, RPGs, sort of survival games, mainly Minecraft usually. But welcome in, everyone. How are you, Phantom? I hope you had a good stream. What did you play? Oh yeah, you were playing Marvel's Arrival, that's right. I did check in for a little bit. I was lurking. Actually, didn't I keep your... Oh, I did keep your tab. I'm also a raider. I did. I was doing some VA and then some Marvel Rivals. Nice. Well, if anyone needs to go do some self-care or needs to go somewhere or whatever, no worries. Feel free to dip. Do what you gotta do. Otherwise, go ahead and be cozy. This is STEINS Gate, a visual novel game that is extremely heavy on the visual novel aspect. There's very, very minimal gameplay. That is usually like sending phone calls because it's a time travel thing. So if that's not your thing, no worries. But if you're okay with that, get cozy, settle in. I will be here, have some fun. All right, Phantom. All right. Right now, we are in the middle of our friend getting hit by a car and dying. Again, she's been constantly dying. That's usually what the time travel's about. I grab her hand before it hits the ground. Mayuri is no longer breathing. I have seen her die countless times. But this time, it's too much. This time, it's all my fault. I embrace Mayuri's tattered body. Her lifeless, motionless, tattered body. I clench my jaw and bite back my tears. Mayuri,
ここからじゃあんまり
you can't see the stars from here.
星が見えないんだ。こんなの
How could this happen?
あんまりだろ
Why did she have to die like this? What possible meaning could this death have? Yes, it happened because fate demanded it. Yes, her death is unavoidable, the result upon which this world line converges. I knew from the beginning that this would happen. But I never imagined that she would die saving me, and with a smile on her face.
やっと役に立てたって
What do you mean? You were finally useful.
一体どういう
Tell
こと
me,
なんだよ
Mayuri,
な
there is no future for Mayuri on this world line. And that brings me once again to the choice. Do I return to the Beta world line, killing Kurisu? Or do I leave things as they are and accept Mayuri's death? I can't run away. I am the one who twisted fate. I am the one who must decide. And it looks like we decided. We're going back. The sky is blue. I'm on the roof of Radicon, after going back 56 hours with 2 time leaps. I lean against the wire fence and stretch out my legs as I look at the sky. I wanted more time to think. That's why I came back. Last time, I spent 2 days refusing to face reality. Well, that is no longer an option. Now that I've confirmed Mayuri's death. This time, I need to reach a decision. But how? This equation has no solution. No matter what choice I make, someone dies. From a purely utilitarian viewpoint, I should choose the Beta world line, where SERN never creates a dystopia. But it's not that simple, not for me. There must be some other way. According to Suzuha, 2010 is a point of great divergence at the attractor field level. I think that divergence had already commenced by the time I sent the D-mail reporting Kurisu's death. So when did divergence begin? I can't say for sure, but I think it was the moment we completed the phone wave named subject to change. It was around the middle of July. Daro and I deemed it a failure right after completion. By the time Kurisu was killed, there was already a huge divergence at the attractor field level. Now that I think about it, reading Steiner activated that day, when I sent the D-mail that started it all. Correct, when that whole street of people disappeared. Yeah, at that moment, every pedestrian and vehicle on the main street of Akiba suddenly vanished. That feels so long ago. But now, I can finally explain it. What do you mean, but now? You could explain that a good while ago. That was the moment I moved to the Alpha world line. On the Beta world line, where this all began, Suzuha didn't arrive in her time machine. Dr. Nakabachi's conference went ahead as planned, and the flow of tourists and shoppers through Akiba was unimpeded. Suzuha didn't arrive. Are you sure about that? Do you not remember that we went to the top of the roof, up here, on this roof, and there was a big satellite-looking thing, a big pod thing, up here, safely. Wouldn't that have been the time machine? I still think it might have been Suzu who killed Kurisu, maybe. Someone killed her. But when I sent the D-mail, events changed on a huge scale. From my perspective, at least. Yeah, we saw this thing exactly on top of the building, instead of in the building. Hey, Unavailable, welcome in. How are you today? And today I get to actually say hi to you immediately. I don't have the huge delay that I've been having. On the current world line, Suzuha crashed her time machine into the roof of Radikan. Nakabachi's presentation was cancelled, and this part of Akiba was closed to traffic. Can you please remember that this thing was on top of the building and not crashed into it? Because I was out on the street when the world line changed, it appeared to me as if thousands of people suddenly vanished. The truth is that they were never there to begin with. Like a magician's trick, it's so obvious once you understand how it works. The real problem is the timing of the D-mail. I moved to the Alpha world line after Kurisu died. If I had sent the D-mail before she died, then I might have been able to intervene, even now on this world line. But no, I would defy causality. I sent that D-mail because I saw Kurisu's body. That's the way it has to be. Who killed her anyway? I still don't know. It definitely wasn't suicide. What if I identify the murderer and send them a D-mail warning them off? Would that prevent her death? No. I mean, no one has tried to kill her on this world line, have they? Maybe there's a chance. However, to send that D-mail, I would first have to move to the Beta world line. The more I think about it, the more futile it seems. I've already seen Mayuri die countless times. Everything I tried to prevent, it failed. Who died? Right now Mayuri has died again. We're stuck between undoing the final D-mail, which was sent because Kurisu died. So undoing it means Kurisu dies. But if we don't undo it, then Mayuri stays dead. Or will die again and stay dead, or whatever. I understand all too well. When fate wants someone dead, nothing can stop it. I can't save Kurisu. The door's opening? And there you are. I thought I was alone, but it seems that I was wrong. How many times did she die? Which one? Mayuri? I don't even know. She's died like, what, like 500 times now? I turn around to see Kurisu standing in the open door. For Kurisu, we haven't gone back to the Beta world line yet, so she died just once, but also not really. I avert my eyes. I can't look her in the face, not now. What are you doing here? Nothing. How did you know I was here? I mean, I'm throwing out a random number, but she's died so many times. I know he went through it over and over, and then he went through it with all the other endings. And technically, there was a point in time where he was going through the loop with Suzu's ending. He was going through the loop before Mayuri died, but it was going to lead to death. So technically, yeah, 500 or more seems about right. You said you wanted to be alone. I ran the numbers and conclude that I had the greatest probability of finding you here. Then leave me alone. You don't have to look for me. I'm not a lost little boy. Hey, is that how you treat someone who's worried about you? Not that I'm worried about you or anything. Right after she gets herself flustered, Kurisu sighs and puts on a serious expression.
私だって
I was going to leave you alone
あ
at
んたのこと
first.
なんてただ一昨日の岡部
Yes, ready the
なんか変だっ
snipers.
たから
We must protect
まあ
them.
いつも変なんだけどいつも以上に
But you've been acting weird the last couple days. I mean, you're always weird, but more than usual.
くそまずいオートミール食べてる時みたい
You
に
look like a
しちゃってる
kid
じゃない
forced to eat crappy oatmeal.
何があった
What happened?
何も
Nothing.
だったらなんでセルン
Then why did you
クラッキン
cancel
グを
the
やめたの
the cracking of SERN?
お前だってクラッキングは良くないと言っていた
You're the one who said we shouldn't.
大イーホフラグが立ってビビったんですね
So you're afraid of triggering arrest flags. I get it.
せめて順法精神に目覚めたと言ってくれ
You should praise me for obeying the law for a change.
全然らしくないな
That's not like you at all. What happened to your ego? What happened to the insane mad scientist, Hyo and Kyo?
独善的でなんかいられるか
To hell with my ego!
今回ばかりは
This time it's not that
独善
simple.
的じゃいられないんだ
I have forced my ego on others before. Suzuha, Ferris, Lukako. I sacrificed their dreams for the sake of my goal. I justified it by telling myself that it was necessary to save my Yuri. I weighed their suffering against the alternative and made my self-righteous choice. But this time, the alternatives are impossible to compare.
仲間のどちらを見殺しにするか
I have to choose which friend to let die.
独善
It would be so much easier if I knew what was right.
どちらかを見殺しって
Which friend to let die? What are you talking about?
な
Shouldn't you
あ
know?
クリスティーナ
I'm just a student,
俺
Christina.
の所詮
You know?
狂気のマッドサイエンティスト
The insane mad scientist, Hyo and Kiyoma? That's just a
そん
fantasy.
なの全部妄
A
想
character I made up.
設定だ
I bet you had no idea.
気づかなかった
What are you talking about? I don't know if he's being serious with that, or if he means like this sense of she doesn't know that even in his mind he was faking it, like even to himself. Because technically the whole Chuny bit wasn't real. It was something he did to cheer up Mayuri, and it was something he was embarrassed by, but he got used to it and just lived the life. But he was always faking it. He never actually believed in any of it.
いや初対面時点でなんとなく気づいてました
I may have figured that out when we first met.
初対面か
When we first met. What if I hadn't found Karisu's body back then? Let's try imagining that situation. If I hadn't seen Karisu dead, I wouldn't have interrogated her before the seminar at ATF. Without hearing me call her a zombie, she wouldn't have taken an interest in me. She wouldn't have come to the lab. Ultimately, we would never have built the time leap machine, leaving me without the means to save Mayuri. And of course, Karisu would not have become our friend. We would not be as close as we are right now.
答えて岡部
Speaking of close,
どういう意味なの
tell me, Okabe, what do you mean? I can't meet her questioning gaze.
どうしても言わないとダメか
Do I have to tell you?
散々相談に乗ってやったでしょ
You've never hesitated to ask me for help before.
今さら遠慮するな
Don't hold back now. That's not what this is about.
だったら
Then
覚悟して
prepare yourself.
これから話すのは
What I'm about to
想像
tell
じ
you
ゃない
is the absolute truth.
事実だお前にとっては
And it could also be
死亡宣告にな
your
る
death sentence. it feels like on some level she might be able to accept it, considering that the alternative is a dystopian world. And Mayuri's death. Eh? Kurisu's voice cracks a little. Remember what I told you before? When we delete the D-mail from SERN's database, we'll reach the beta world line, where Mayuri doesn't die. And where SERN doesn't take over the world. Right. Everyone lives. Everyone is free. You made it sound perfect. Perfect? It's anything but. I showed you the first email, didn't I? The one that started it all. On the beta world line, the events described in that email actually happened. Let me grab some more water. Kurisu is a genius. I have no doubt that she understands. Kurisu, on the beta world line, you die on July 28th. And according to the attractor field model, nothing can prevent that from happening. If I want to save Mayuri, I have no choice but to let you die. Kurisu says nothing. What expression is she making now? I reluctantly sneak a look at her face. She's staring out across the cityscape. Her eyes look distant. I see neither fear nor sadness in her face. She seems accepting. Yeah, I knew it. Kurisu is always like this. Always calm, no matter what. It's hard to believe she's younger than me. Her soft chestnut hair blows in the wind. She lifts a hand to hold it down. Hey, Okabe. How credible do you find this attractor field model? 100%. Credible? It's all secondhand info from John Titor. From Amane, isn't it? I get that it's the accepted model in 2036. But how exactly did scientists prove the existence of attractor fields? Honestly, it was probably me. Are you trying to say the model may be wrong? But I know for certain that convergence exists. I've experienced it firsthand. Even if they're right about convergence, what about the relationship between world lines? The moment I change world lines, everything is reconstructed. Past, present, and future. But that's just from your perspective, Okabe. Once you go to the beta world line, the me that your brain perceives will die. In other words, your perspective will have chosen the world line where I die instead of the one where I don't. However, why can't the world your brain perceives be different from the world my brain perceives? Brains. I forgot her specialty was neuroscience. So you're saying world lines are independent? Like trains, maybe. Trains?
わかりやすい例を挙げると
Let me give you an easy example. Kurisu takes out her phone and starts fiddling with it.
路線図で調べてみたけど
If I want to take the train from Akiba to Yokohama, which route should I use?
お前鉄オ
I didn't know you were a rail fan.
違う例えよ
It's just an example. Jeez.
あんたは山手線で
You choose to take the Yamanote line to Tokyo Station, and then transfer to the Tokaido main line for the rest of your trip. Kurisu keeps talking as she looks at her phone, apparently reading off an itinerary.
でも私は山手線で大崎まで行った後
But I take the Yamanote line to Osaki, and then transfer to the Shonan Shinjuku line.
もしかしたら別の人橋田なんか
Another
は
person,
そもそも
say
いきなり
Hashida-san,
秋葉原から
might decide to
京
take
浜
the
線に乗っちゃうかもしれない
Keihin Tohoku line for some reason.
マユリ
I
な
can't
ら
pronounce.
東京から新幹線に乗るかも
And Mayuri might ride the Shinkansen from Tokyo.
岡部と私は東京駅まで
You and I
同
ride
じ
the same
電車に
train
乗
until
って
Tokyo
そ
Station,
こからは違う
but
線
from
に
there
乗って
we ride different
同じ
lines,
目的地を目指
while
す
still aiming for the same destination.
それを世界に当てはめると
And that applies to the
主張
universe.
するのか
You're claiming the existence of parallel worlds. She's always claiming that. She's been doing that every time.
たまには私も妄想ぐらい
I like
して
to use my imagination too. Sometimes.
でも世界が一つだと
But where's the proof that there's only one world?
鈴葉の言葉と俺のリーディング
Suzuha said so. And then there's reading Steiner.
正体不明のタイムトラベラーと
In other words,
原因不明の特
an
殊能
unknown
力
time traveler and your unexplainable superpower.
鈴葉
I
の
mean-
正体不明では
But we knew Suzuha.
彼女が橋田の娘かどうかは誰にも
There's
証
no
明
way
で
to
きない
prove that she was Hashida's daughter,
2036年から来た
or
から
anything she said
デ
about
ィストピアのことも
2036 either.
証明できない
Not without going there ourselves.
2036年そもそももし
And
リー
if
ディン
reading
グスタイナ
Steiner
ー
is
が
what you
正しいな
say,
ら
then it means that your subjective experience influences the memories of every single human being.
そんなの無理がありすぎる。もしそうだ
That's
ったら
completely absurd.
岡部は文字
Okabe.
通り神
If it's true, then you're literally a god.
でも現実には神なんていない。
But there are no gods in reality.
世界はあんたを中
And
心
the
に
world
回ってい
doesn't
るわ
revolve
けじゃない
around you.
あんたの脳がそう
It's just your brain making you believe that it does.
世界にとってあんたが神だというのは
Unless we all live in a simulation, and this is my simulation
世
in the
界にとっ
Matrix.
て神になれるわけで。
If that makes you this world's god, then I must be a god too. My brain is just as big as yours. It's not about brain power, woman.
何が言いたいんだ
What are you trying to say?
仮に岡部の主観が私が死ぬ世界線を
At this
選んだ
point,
とし
she's
て
basically just trying to manipulate you into choosing her to die.
私が死ぬ世界線を選ぶとは限らない。
Let's say you choose the world line where I die. That doesn't mean I have to do the same.
それは私の主観
The
が
fact is that I am
ここに
standing here
存
right
在
now,
していることから
observing the world with my own subjectivity.
すでにこの世界線は私が死
I
ねない
already
世界
exist
線
on a
な
world
わ
line
け
where
だ
I
から
don't die.
あんたの主観がベータ世界線
Even if your
に行ってしまって
perspective
も
shifts to the beta world line,
私の主観は
my
ここに
perspective
留ま
might
ることが
remain
で
here.
きるのかもしれない。精神はどこにあるか
It's a question of where the soul
そ
lies.
して私は
And I won't let you
私
have
の
your way
精
with
神をあ
my
んたの
soul.
好きにさせたくない。
科学者とは思えないほどのファンタジー
No true scientist would accept a hypothesis that flimsy.
でも可能性はゼロじゃない。
But there's a chance I'm right.
だからあんたに
So you have nothing to worry
心配
about.
する必要はない。
See, there it is. Basically, she's telling you just choose it. Kurisu smiles. How can she smile? I just told her that she's going to die.
私を見殺しにできないって言って
And the problem is that you don't want to let me die, right?
でも
But if my hypothesis is correct, I'll still be alive in another possible world line. So there's no reason to be afraid.
仮説は仮説だ。
It's just a hypothesis.
アトラクタフィールド理論だって仮説。
The same is true of attractor fields. I don't know if you'd say that if you went through everything I went through.
まだ誰にも何も証明されてないから。
It hasn't been proven.
2030
Even if someone did prove it by 2036,
その証明を
that doesn't help us here in the
今の私たち
present.
は確認できないから。そう考えれば
In other words,
未来の可能性は無限よ。
anything is possible. Kurisu turns her back to me after finishing. It's an armchair theory. A daring armchair theory that could, quite possibly, render meaningless everything I've done up till now. How can Kurisu stay so calm? She's just an 18-year-old girl.
ちなみに心配なんかしてくれなくてもいいから。
You really don't have to worry about me,
他にそん
Okabe.
なことされたら
It would just hurt my pride if you
結構
did.
プライド傷つく。
そんな言い方。
Why, Yuri's calling us? Don't say it like that.
電話鳴ってるけど。
Okay, it's giving me the symbol. I kind of want to answer it because it's Mayuri. Oh, wait. Your phone's ringing.
あ
Oh. Yeah,
あ、参りからだ。
it's Mayuri.
出てあげなさいよ。
Answer
なん
it.
で私に遠慮して
I
る
don't
の
mind. I kind of want to answer it.
もしもし。
Hello? Something wrong?
参りか。
Mayuri? Yeah. Displayed on the screen is Mayuri's face, devoid of its usual brightness for some reason.
どうした？
What's wrong?
あのね、
Um,
君から
I heard from Daru-kun that Okarin's been acting kind of strange.
なんだか変。マユシはコミマに向
And
かって
Mayushi was so preoccupied with Kamima,
オカリンの
she didn't really notice,
よく見て、いつもならオカリンが元気
even though she
な
usually notices right away when Okarin's not happy.
ごめんね。
I'm sorry, Okarin. Don't apologize. You've done nothing wrong.
でね、何かあったの？
Did something happen?
オカリン？
Okarin? I can't tell her. I can't. I've kept it a secret from her all this time. That's the way it has to be.
何も。
There's nothing wrong. I don't think that's gonna work, but...
そっか。
Oh,
あのね、
you know, you used to talk to Mayushi about a lot of things, remember?
前にいろんな話、例えば、
Like,
と
the organization's 4 leaders.
幹部が
Their names are
ここにいて
Back Turkish,
それぞれ
Virginian
ゲ
Burp,
ップとス
Balloon Drag Queen,
声優
and Wide-Eyed Gore, right?
だっけ。
What are these names?
玄武と朱雀と青龍と白虎。
Black Tortoise, Vermilion Bird, Blue Dragon, and White Tiger.
そうそう、それ。
Yeah, that!
そういうね。オカリ
You
ンの
know, it was really fun talking to Okarin about stuff like that.
面白かったな。でも、
But now,
ねえ、オカリン。
Okarin, if Mayushi's a burden, just say so, okay?
のこと。
そんなこと。
What? I never...
えへへじゃあ、とりあえず、ね。
I'm hanging up now.
マユシにいろいろ
If you feel like talking to Mayushi about anything, just call, okay?
いつでも。じゃあ、トゥットゥルー。
Doo-doo-roo! She hung up on me.
まゆり、なんだって？
What did Mayuri say?
あいつ何が重荷だよ。
How are you a burden?
勝手に自分
Don't
を
say
責めやがって
things like that, damn it!
うざくいつもは空気を読めないくせに
Why is she only serious at times like
で
this?
こういう時だけ
重荷。ね。
A burden, huh?
俺は一度だって
I've never felt Mayuri was a burden.
マユリを重荷に
Not
感じ
once.
たことない。
だったらそれをはっきり言ってあげればいい。
Then you should tell her that. Maybe it wasn't a good... sorry. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to leave Mayuri in the dark. Let me drink some water. She never looks like she's thinking about anything. And yet, she saw my doubt. Either way, I can't tell her the truth.
岡部。
Kurisu sighs, then glares at me.
これまでのあんたなら悩んだりしなかった
The
は
old
ず。
you wouldn't have worried about anything.
とりあえず。
Well, the old me didn't see
マユリに会いに行くべき
a bunch of deaths, so... Anyway, you should go see Mayuri.
あの子だって。いろいろ
I'm sure she has a lot to say. She's right. Even if I don't tell Mayuri the truth, I need to at least tell her something. I'll postpone my decision and go see Mayuri. It's afternoon on the first day of Kamima, and the crowds are finally beginning to thin out. Of course, the industry booths and cosplay area are still packed, but at least I don't have to wait in line to get in. I've been trying to get in touch with Mayuri for a while now, but she hasn't responded. I checked with Daru, but he hasn't seen her today either. Cosplay ends at 4 p.m. I focus on searching the cosplay area until then, but I still can't find her. Maybe she finished early and went home. I tried calling her home. No luck. I haven't seen her since she left this morning. Where is she? Why is this different? I'm always afraid that she'll disappear the second I take my eyes off her. It's been like that ever since she lost her grandmother. The day we became a chuuni. Maybe it's just my imagination. We've been so close for so long. I saw Mayuri at her weakest and most vulnerable. Maybe that has made me overprotective. But I don't care how other people see us. I just can't leave Mayuri alone. I step into the cemetery. The final resting place of Mayuri's beloved grandmother. When was the last time I came here? For about a year after Mayuri became my hostage, I'd periodically accompany her here. But I don't think I've been here since I entered high school, so it's been about 3 or 4 years. As I get closer to Mayuri's grandmother's grave, I begin to hear a voice. It's Mayuri. I'd recognize her voice anywhere. So this is the world line where she's here. It sounds like she's talking to someone. I approach quietly.
ねえ、おばあちゃん。
Oh no, this is gonna be sad, isn't it? Hey, Granny! Mayuri is standing there, talking to the grave. What a relief. She hasn't disappeared. I decide to watch silently from a short distance away.
最近ね、怖い夢をよく
I've been having scary dreams lately. What kind of dreams? Wait a minute. For a second, I wonder if she's learned to commune with the dead. But no, she's just talking to herself.
その夢の中ではね、
In my dreams, bad things keep happening to me. Oh no. Oh no. Like someone shoots me, or a car hits me, or I get run over by a train. So she remembers all of them. And again, she died many times. Hello, Saucy, welcome in. Thanks for your daily check-in. What? Don't tell me. It's so real. It hurts so much. And I feel so sad. And I try to call out for help, but nothing comes out. Why do you think I'm having these dreams? Does she remember her deaths? All of them? She doesn't remember each one, does she? Like each iteration? Like she remembers each variation, but does she remember each, like, repeating one? Because she's been shot in the head many, many times. She doesn't remember each shot, does she? Is she inheriting memories like I do? And you know, they always end the same way. Mayushi's crying. Ocarine comes to save me. Mayushi tries to say thank you, Ocarine. But Ocarine can't hear my voice. That's why she said she was finally useful to us. She died saving us that one time. He holds Mayushi. It makes a very sad face like he's gonna cry. But he never does, you know? I can tell he's forcing himself not to cry. Come to think of it, both Ferris and Lukako remembered their memories from before the past changed. Oh wait, was I the one that said come to think of it? Wait a minute. Oh, I'm the one that said come to think of it. Yeah, come to think of it. Both Ferris and Lukako remember their memories from before the past changed. True. She wasn't able to remember us on the world line where only Ferris knew us. The one where we were a card dealer with her partner. No one remembered us, not even Mayushi. So interesting that this is a thing. I used to think that memories couldn't be shared between world lines. I used to think that I was the exception, with reading Steiner. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe everyone has the same power, and the only difference is how strong it is. Maybe reading Steiner is nothing special after all. Maybe? But if yours is so strong around here, that still makes you pretty special, I guess. That makes Mayushi even more sad. I try to say, sorry, but he still can't hear. And that's when I wake up. Why am I having these dreams? I've failed so many times to save her. I've watched her die again and again. Everything I've done has been to prevent that from happening. And yet, have the memories of those deaths been tormenting her as she sleeps? I bite my lip in frustration. I still have a terrible decision to make. Do I save Mayuri? Or do I save Kurisu? There's no perfect ending here. I can't save them both. That's what you think, I hope. It's one or the other. If I choose Kurisu, then Mayuri's dreams will become reality. I don't want Mayuri to feel any pain. Until now, I thought only of saving her. That is my goal. But at the same time, I can't let Kurisu die. Again, my thoughts hit the same dead end. Mayuri hasn't noticed me yet. She's still staring at the sky, just as she was on the day I took her hostage. She's talking to her grandmother in heaven. Oh, right! We have a lot more lab mems now, you know? She's not about to say all the names, is she? Oh, she is. There's Chris-chan, Moeka-san, Luka-kun, and Ferris-chan. There's also Suzu-san, but she moved away. That makes 8 of us. It's really amazing. On this world line, they all became lab mems. However, not a single one of them has sent a D-mail. You know, it was just Ocarine and Mayushi at first. Back then, Ocarine seemed kind of bored most of the time. But now, he's having so much fun. Is that how she sees it? I mean, it was technically true. Well, she's not wrong. Exactly. She really does know me, doesn't she? And that makes Mayushi happy too. It's so busy, but it's really exciting. Especially now that Chris-chan is here. She's really smart, you know. She's got a paper published in a famous magazine. Mayushi really admires her. Why'd you have to say that? You're making it worse. She even made a time machine. Oh, but can't forget Ocarine and Daru-kun helped too. Then Mayuri falls silent. Her gaze becomes distant. She stands still, looks up to the sky. What could she be thinking? But you know, sometimes I remember. Back when it was just the two of us. When Mayushi had only just become Okarine's hostage. I'd go to the lab after school, but Ocarine wouldn't be there. So I'd tidy up the room and decorate it with cute things. Then Ocarine would finally show up a little later. Mayushi would say, "Welcome back." But instead of saying, "I'm back," Ocarine would say, "Good work," like a big boss or something. Y'all having an emoji off? A standoff with emojis? Every day, we'd spend a few hours just hanging out, doing nothing. And then we'd go home together. We didn't talk much, but it wasn't bad. We were just there. Together, you know? We'd sit next to each other, on the sofa. Ocarine would work on his big plans, and Mayushi would read manga or play games. It's manga, not manga. I'm so used to saying manga. Yes. And sometimes we'd have a snack together. It was so nice and relaxing. I never wanted to leave. I'd start feeling like a real hostage, and I'd laugh to myself. Then Ocarine would turn to me and say, "I remember." It was 4 months ago. Still spring. The lab wasn't as lively as it is now. It was an isolated bubble of slow-moving time.
何かいいことでもあったのか？
Did something good happen?
あのね、いいことはなか
Yep.
ったけど。
Well, not really,
だよ。
but kinda.
そう
Ah,
幻想を見たの
it
か？
must have been an illusion.
それは
It could be under an attack from an illusion conductor,
幹部の一人
one of the organization's feared agents.
イリュージョンコンダク
そっか。じゃあ
Oh,
気をつけなきゃ。
you gotta be careful then.
でもね、
But you know,
きっとその
I'm sure that Mr. Illusion Kid Hugger. Oh no, that's a bad name.
コダクさんではないコンダクターだ
Conductor, not Kid Hugger.
その人はきっと悪い人じゃないと思
I'm sure he's not a bad guy. No, there's definitely bad people in this world. It was nothing. Just meaningless chatter to pass the time.
う。それはマヨシーにはすごく心地よくて。
I felt so happy there.
なんだか泣きそうなくらい
So happy I could cry.
このままずっ
I
と
wanted to
続
stay
い
like
て
that
ほしいな
forever.
って思ってた。あ、今の賑やかさが
But
嫌って
that
わ
doesn't
け
mean
じ
I
ゃ
don't
ない
like how
んだ
things
よ。
are now, okay? Mayuri shakes her head in denial. Finally, she stops looking up at the sky and bows her head instead. Yeah, two things can be true at the same time. You can like the way things are now, and still have liked the way things were back then. Nostalgia, you know?
最近ね、オカリンと
Basically,
話
you're
す時間
content with living either life.
ちょっと減っちゃった。
You know, I haven't talked to Ocarine much lately.
だからね、
Maybe my Yushi's getting a little lonely.
寂しくなっちゃったのかもしれないね。
It's true. I haven't had time to talk to her lately. Well, that's because I've been fighting to prevent her death. To keep her dreams from coming true. All so that Mayuri will keep smiling. I never again want to see her cry like she did on the day her grandmother died.
でもね、オカリン
But you
の
know,
森にはなりた
I
く
don't
な
want to
い。
be a burden on Ocarine. That word again. Burden. I never thought of her as a burden.
マユシーはいつも
Mayushi's just one big
オカリ
nuisance,
ンに
isn't
迷
she?
惑かけてばっ
Up,
かり
time to say something.
ね、おばあちゃん。
Granny? Mayuri lifts her face once more.
いつまでもこのままじゃ
I
いられな
can't
い
stay like this forever, can I?
このままでいい
Of course you can. Huh? When I finally speak to Mayuri, she turns my way with a surprised expression. Her face is so soft, so innocent. Slowly, her lips curve into a smile.
オカリンだ
It's Ocarine!
あ、すごいね。どうして
Wow!
ここにいるって分かっ
How'd you know I was
たの
here?
人質がどこにいるのか
I always know where my hostage is.
人質
Hostage?
だからお前は俺の手からは逃れられん
You cannot escape my grasp. Not ever.
そっか
Oh,
でもね、あんま
but
り無理して
don't
も
wear yourself out, okay?
マユシーはね、ちょっぴり
Mayushi's a little worried.
です。
お前に心配されるほど
Hyoen Kyoma
キョマはヤワで
is not so weak as to require your concern.
マユリ
When the time comes, I'll tell you
急い
everything.
で話す
Huh?
だから
So stay with me until then,
それまでお前は
like you always have.
何も
Okay. Mayuri stands up and turns to the grave once more. As an offering, she leaves a brand new white lily, as well as some dango dumplings.
オカリン、帰ろ
I don't know why I hesitated on that word. Dango. Let's head back, Ocarine.
帰る前に団子を食べるんだろ
Shouldn't we get some dango for ourselves first? Back when we used to visit the cemetery together, it was part of our daily routine to eat dango on the way back.
もちろんだよ
Of course! Akiba is empty again today. The otaku have all made the exodus to Kamima for the second day of battle. But come nightfall, they will return to Akiba like a victorious army, laden with spoils, and the streets will be chaos. I know Daru has gone to Kamima. The question is, has Mayuri? I hope she has. I want things to be normal again. I remember what I heard yesterday. The feelings Mayuri expressed at her grandmother's grave. The events of the last few weeks have affected her as well. After I escorted Mayuri home from the cemetery, I spent the whole night racking my brain for a third option. A way out of this mess. My thoughts were a jumble. Ideas coming and going too fast to judge which were right and which were wrong. Yeah, good luck with this. I wouldn't want to make the choice either, but it's, I don't know, it's kind of obvious. If we're stuck with these two choices, it's obvious which is the right one. But of course, there isn't a right choice here. I mean, there kind of is. Hello, Irella. Welcome in. Thanks for your daily check-in. How are you today? For in the end, it always comes back to the same question. Who do I let die? Doing good. I'm glad to hear it. I am also doing good. Right now I'm going to try to do a semi-long stream for this one in the hopes that I can finish this on Saturday. How many hours am I at right now? Oh, I don't have Steam open. I closed it just to make sure I wouldn't have a delay. But I'm definitely over 60 hours. So I think it is about time to try to wrap up this game if I can. Good luck, thank you. And no matter how I try to dance around it, the answer is always the same. I can't choose. Oh, if Dark, if you're still here, I did buy the other Steins Gate games. I will play them eventually, just not immediately. I'll be playing other games for a while before I play those. I can't choose. Is there no one else who can make this decision? I can make it. No. Even if there were. I'd know I'd never accept their choice, whichever it happened to be. Thank you, Saucy, for your contribution. Yes, I have a community challenge where if you manage to reach the goal, I have to play Alien Isolation. Oh, Kai. Thank you, Kai, for your contribution. I made it 150,000 points, mainly because I know Kai has at least 60,000 points to give it. I'm trying to only slightly sabotage you guys, but I do have that community if you want to contribute to it. Thank you, Irella. I do know the game, like I've watched people play it. I watched Markiplier and I think Jack and all that. I've watched everyone play it back then. But this is definitely one of those games where it's a whole different beast to play it yourself, even if you already know everything. Especially for someone who's not experienced with that kind of gameplay, so should be fun. I think the fact that I already know what the game is like will kind of help me to start out as my first experience. I'm at 20k. Oh, are you? You got 30 days though, so you have a chance. So we have what, 26 days left? How many days left? Yeah, 26 days left. And I stream every single day, so. No. Even if there were, I know I'd never accept their choice, whichever it happened to be. Still got 56. Oh, Saucy's got the points. I see. Oh, God. I'm at 20. Oh, you lied. I see. Wait. Oh, God. Kai lied to me. 138K. Nice. So that means both Saucy and Kai can get the 120,000. I almost made it 120,000. I was like, Kai can do 60. I don't know if anyone else has as many. It would only need a few people to do, like 6 people to do 10,000. So I thought against 60, against 100,000, 20,000. I made it 150. I'm starting to worry that wasn't enough. I'll leave it to you two. Oh no. So basically those two can make it, and it's just 3 more people for 10K. Oh no, I think I'm doomed. Once again, I'm heading for the roof of Radicon. I had to get out of the lab. Mayuri or Kurisu might return at any moment, and I can't face them now. I look up at the sky. The clouds are dark and heavy. It could start raining at any minute now. I drain channel points with the outfits? True. Yeah, for Kai, I actually have 230,000 points for Kai. I'm so hyped for tomorrow. Yes, I'm also excited to see the new outfit. I thought that I was alone, but someone was here before me. Kurisu was lying in the middle of the roof, arms and legs spread as if making a snow angel. The image of Kurisu in a pool of blood flashes through my mind. Is she all right? I run towards her, but before I make it halfway, she suddenly sits up and turns to face me. Were you sleeping? Oh my god, how does one get so many points? Well, for Kai likes to stream 12 plus hours. In fact, a short stream for Kai is basically like 8 hours, 8 to 12 hours. Kai is literally a streaming machine. So that would be how you get points for Kai. For other people, I don't know, I just tune in as much as I can. For most people, I always get my watch streaks. I make sure to catch every stream and at least get the watch streak points. Which if you do it continuously, you'll get at least 450 points every time. You're alive. My average is 10 hours, 30 minutes? Yeah, pretty much. That's Kai for you. Oh, you know what, Kai? I forgot. I wanted to do this with your belated birthday. I forgot to do this. What a dumb thing to say. Wait, who's saying this? Yeah, me. Fortunately, it looks like Kurisu didn't hear me. She's busy combing her disheveled hair with her fingers. I breathe a silent sigh of relief. Right. I forgot I might run into you here. What were you doing? Thinking. Oh. What was she thinking? Was she thinking about her death? I don't know what to say, so I keep my mouth shut. Fair, I would too. Kurisu appears to be in the same boat. She's staring at the capsule toy dispenser in the corner, her face wearing the usual frown. Dispenser, you say? The Yupa? The awkward silence drags on. When you think about it, Kurisu's fate rests in my hands. My decision will determine whether she lives or dies. Her fantastic hypothesis yesterday was a desperate attempt to construct a scenario where she doesn't die. And to convince me, even if she believes that her theory is correct, it must be difficult for her to avoid imagining her own death. I force a smile. I'm getting really uncomfortable here. Looks like I'm in your way, so I'll just go. Oh, okay. Damn. I was expecting a sarcastic remark, like, since when do mad scientists have manners? Or something. Just then, something cold lands on the tip of my nose. Did she just boop us? Oh no, it's raining. When I look up, raindrops start landing on my forehead. An evening shower. It's only going to get more intense and quickly. Kurisu hasn't moved a muscle. She's just standing there, with her arms folded, staring at the ground as if she doesn't notice the rain at all. Hey, it's raining. Huh? Oh, yeah. She's acting strange, like her mind is elsewhere. I knew it. She's been thinking about... I was wrong on my average? Were you higher, or were you lower? You were lower. 10 hours and 49 minutes. Yeah, that's his average. His average streaming hours are 10 hours and 49 minutes. Whoa. In less than a minute, the rain turns into a full downpour. We need more check-ins to stabilize? Honestly, you're right. You're right, Frosty. We had no time to seek shelter. See, I kind of wish I could stream that long. As long. But I at least do it every day. At least. I never get past 6 hours. I tend to get past 6 hours accidentally because I get carried away with a story adventure game or something. What the hell? Kurisu's scream is drowned out by the roar of the rain. Ooh, let's get some Yupas. What a surprise. And that's what you get for tempting the sky gods. Now safely inside the building, we take a moment to catch our breath. Because I know there's an achievement for getting some Yupas, so let's get some. It's been a week since Suzuha's time machine disappeared. But Radicon's still closed, and the lights are off, and it's pretty dark inside. I see. Because you know I only stream like once a week, yeah. Don't be like me, do 6 hours or lower. Always one of those people that gives out the advice to not be like them, but never takes their own advice. You should have warned me sooner. Even my underwear is soaked. Why'd you say that? Why would you say that to us? The same here. I bet you're glad it's dark, huh? What do you mean? You're wearing a white shirt. What do you mean, what do we mean? If the lights were on, I'd be able to see everything.
Huh? 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 。 .
Even in the dim light, I can tell that Kurisu is scrambling to cover her chest.
あんたも変態だってこと
Ah,
忘れてた
I forgot that you're a perv too.
自分から下着までびしょ
You're the one who announced that your underwear was wet. That's what I'm saying.
これ以上口聞かないで
Just drop it.
色とかよくも
If you're imagining what color my underwear is,
汚いから
I'll kill you. Okay, well, you're the one who brought it up. You're the one who's now putting that question into our head.
妄想などしてない
I'm not imagining anything. She's too self-conscious. But the color of her underwear, huh? Hey, I'm crazy? Yes, Kai is kind of crazy. He's crazy with it. Gotta be white. I'd say blue or pink. I kind of want to say red because of the tie, but maybe that's too on the nose.
冷えるか
Cold?
だから脱いで乾かせって
I'm not stripping naked, if that's what you're suggesting.
引っかかるもんか
Your pervy tricks won't work on me. You're the one whose mind went there, you know that, right?
誰もそんなこと言ってないだろ
Who said strip?
落ち着け
Calm down, will you?
またとえ服を脱い
But if you want to strip, go right
だ
ahead.
から案ずることは
I
ない
can't make out your scrawny figure in this light anyway.
そうなヌード姿は誰にも
それ以上喋るとあんたの大脳
Another word, and I'll make you eat your cerebral neocortex with ponzu sauce. Trying to say these words while doing a voice is so hard. Cerebral neocortex with ponzu.
すまん
Sorry. Please spare me that horror. Still, these wisecracks are a welcome distraction.
夕立ならすぐに止むわよね
A storm like that shouldn't last long. Guess we'll just wait it out. I see Kurisu's shadowy form move to sit on the staircase. I sit next to her.
なんでよこれ
Hey, get your own stair. What?
喋るなと言ったのはお前だ
You're the one who said not to speak.
あんまり
You're too close. How many times have you gotten in my face?
限界だから
Don't come any closer, okay?
言わないけど
You can stay where you
こ
are.
れ以上近づいたら
But come any closer and I'll push you away, okay? Our bodies gradually grow cold. We start shivering. Ooh, hug? Maybe I should take off my wet clothes. But if I do that, Kurisu will just call me a perv again. Better not. My eyes gradually adjust to the darkness. Don't mind me, I'm taking in the art. I like the leggings. I can see Kurisu more clearly now. She's huddled up against the wall.
こっち見んな
Don't look at me.
バカなこの暗さでは
Impossible.
俺がどこを見ているか
How can you see where I'm looking? Does she have infravision?
やっぱり見てたのか
So you were looking. Damn. She used leading question on me. That's such a high-level technique. I avert my eyes from Kurisu and take off my lab coat. That's when I notice my coat is torn at the shoulder. Damn. Must have caught on something when we ran inside.
何
What are you talking about?
いや
Just a little tear in my coat.
岡部ってドジっ子だったの？
Is clumsiness one of your character traits?
俺はマッドサイエンティスト属性であって
Don't be ridiculous. I'm a mad scientist. I bear the curse of insanity, not clumsiness. It seems like forever since I've talked to Kurisu as Hyo and Kiyoma.
はいはい。
Yeah. Kurisu suddenly holds out her hand.
ほら、貸しなさい。
Give it here. You gonna fix it for me? What?
ちょうどソーイング
I
セット
happen to have a sewing kit with
縫
me.
ってやると言って。
I'll stitch it up for you.
ソーイングセットだと
A sewing kit?
お前が
You?
悪いか。
Something wrong with that? I hand over my coat as asked.
実験大好きっ子のくせに
You're an experiment-loving girl. You're not supposed to be domestic. Says who?
実験大好きっ子であると同時に
Can't I be a domestic experiment-loving girl?
家庭的な女の子なのか
You? Domestic.
相対的に見れば家庭的か。
Relatively, maybe.
と言っても
Well,
日本の女子
actually,
高生の
I don't know the domesticity index for Japanese high school girls these days. There's an index for that? First I've heard of it. Kurisu skillfully threads the needle, despite the darkness.
濡れてるから
It's wet, so it's kind of hard to thread.
本当に偶然持っていたのか
Did you really just happen to have that on you?
しつこい。そんなに私がそう
Get
いう
over
セッ
it
ト持
already.
ってたら悪いの？
Is it really so wrong for me to have a sewing kit?
悪いとは言っていないが
It's not wrong.
まるで
It just seems like you
狙ってたのよ
planned for this. She... Isn't she slightly clumsy? I don't know, maybe she's just used to having to repair stuff.
つまりあんたが服を破ってしまう
So you're saying I brought it with me because I somehow knew your coat was going to get ripped?
わかります。
Uh-huh.
そんなわけあるか。
Ridiculous.
それと勘違いしないでほしいんだ
And before you get the wrong idea,
別
I'm not
に
fixing your coat because I
好
want
きで
to or
塗ってあげ
anything.
てるわけじゃないんだからね。
There it is.
下手なつもりで
Sudere. Yep. A nice Sudere line.
茶化すな。あんたが偶然
Don't
服を
mock
破
me.
って
You just happened to tear your clothes, and I just happened to have a sewing kit handy when you
赤で塗
did.
ってあげている
It's coincidence. That's all.
偶然ね
A coincidence.
まさかお前
Hey,
タイムリープして
you didn't time leap, did you?
ということはないよな
つまりあんたが服を
So
破
now
って
you're
しま
saying
った
that I
から
went back in
タイム
time
リープして
for the
事
sole
前に
purpose of
そういう
repairing your
セット
stupid
を用意
lab
した
coat.
って言ってもらいたいんですよ
Uh-huh.
わかります。そんなわけあるか、そんなわけあるか。
Ridiculous.
大事なことなので2回言い
Ridiculous.
ました。あんたさん
There. It's so important I said it twice. Comprende?
確かにわざわざタイムリ
You're
ープして
right.
対策を練るならば
If you had time left,
ソーイングセット
you wouldn't have brought a towel. You would have brought a towel, not a sewing kit. I stabbed Kai. Welcome in, Kaz.
なんかばっかり。
It's a Kaz thing, don't worry about it. Kaz also likes to bite, but Kai liked the biting, so Kaz now stabs. What's that? Sarcasm? All you do is complain. With a pink diamond? After working for a while, Kurisu cuts the string with her teeth, then hands me back my coat.
ほら、
I ran out of money to puke on Kai? Right, he also... First it was puking on Kai and rubbing it in. Then it was biting, now it's stabbing. Here.
ありがとう
Thanks.
うん。出来については
By the way,
確認できないけど、
it was dark, so I couldn't really see.
もし仮に出来
No,
が
first it was a
悪くて
spray
も
bottle?
私の腕のせいじゃない。
Was that the first thing? I did forget about the spray bottle. That was also a
噂のせい
thing.
よ、きっと。
I feel like the spray bottle was the second thing. If it turns out bad, it's not my fault. It was dark. That's all. Retreats backward as these two are having a moment? Yes. True.
ちなみに糸の色についても何が出るかお楽しみに。
Yeah, same. I just let them have their moment. Oh, and I hope you like the color. Because I have no idea which thread I used. So... loot thread? Gambling?
色もランダムなの。
Gotcha. It's... random?
黒か赤かピンク。
Black, red,
確率
or
は3
pink.
分の1。
Those are the three possibilities. Hopefully black. But if it's black, red, or pink, I might have narrowed down her underwear's color.
せめてピンクが出ないように祈る。
Uh-oh. Looks like Irella got involved. Against her wishes. Let's just hope it's not pink. Oh, she sneezed. Bless you.
寒いか。
Cold?
まあね。
I guess.
俺の上着を羽織るか。
Take my coat. I was gonna say, all we have to do is just, like, wring out his coat and then she can wear his coat.
それだって濡れてるでしょ。
But it's wet. Wring it out.
まあ。
Hires fluff to steal Kai's knees? Why the knees? Well, yeah, but... It's a fluff thing? Oh, okay, I see. Silence again. The words flow so naturally when it's just harmless banter. But 1 second of silence and suddenly we have nothing to say. It must be because of what happened yesterday. I'm so desperate to avoid the topic that nothing seems safe. I know I need to say something, but what?
結論は出た。
Have you made your decision yet? Her voice is barely a whisper, but I can hear her clearly in the silence of the empty stairwell. I look at Karisu. She's hugging her knees to her chest, presumably against the cold. My decision. I know what she means. That's why I can't answer.
まだね。
You still haven't made up your mind?
あんたって
You like Mayuri, don't you?
好
Oh no.
きなんでしょ。
何？
What? Where did that come from? Karisu keeps staring into the darkness.
ただの錯覚かもしれないけど。
It's probably just my
私の
imagination,
心の中に
but lately,
奇妙な
I've been seeing things. Like a strange sort of deja vu. Kai must die at all costs, that's why? Don't worry about Kaz. Kaz's just a little bit bratty. Just a little bit.
そこではあんたは
In these visions, you're fighting to save Mayuri all by yourself.
一人で
Ah, there's the biting.
傷つきながら
You never give up,
それでも前に突き進
no
む。
matter how much it hurts. Actually, aren't I able to do it too? Hang on. I gotta wait for my browser to open because I can't do it from OBS. OBS is only my emotes. Let me read while that loads up. Kurisu too.
そんな岡部が私に相談をしてきて、そのひたむきに頑張ってる姿を見て、
And then you come to me for help. You're so
私の
desperate,
力になってあげて
so earnest,
と思ったり。
that I just have to do what I can. Ah, here we go. I can do it.
あんたを助けたいって思ったわけじゃないからな。私はあくまでマユリを助けたいだけであって。
Alright, Kaz, take this. Not that I'm doing it for you, okay? I just want to save my Yuri. That's all.
とにかく
Anyway,
私にはなぜか
these images are stuck in my head, like memories.
そのように残ってる。
So Karisu's the same. She still has faint memories from previous world lines. You know what? It seems like when we get to this point in time, where the split happened, that's when they can get their memories. If we go back to a point where those memories wouldn't have happened yet, they don't have access to the memories. But once we get past that point, then they're able to remember. That's what it seems like. Oh, it's time to stab a bitch? Uh-oh. Hides my alchemy items and devices? True, you do have those, don't you? I tried self-analysis. Maybe I'm mistaking dreams for reality. Projecting my hopes and fantasies. I don't know. But there's one thing I do know. You have to save Mayuri.
怖くないのか。
Aren't you afraid? To save Mayuri, I must undo the current world line. If I do that, Karisu will die. Time to stab with social distancing? Interesting. Oh, you've got K's emotes. Which means you have access to a gun. Unfortunate. You know, it kind of feels like we're trapped in an ancient ruin. Karisu suddenly changes the subject. She looks around the dark, empty stairwell. Like the world ended. And we're the only two people left. I've been thinking. Say you go to the beta world line, and everyone else goes with you. What if I can't go with you? What if I'm the only one left behind? Would the entire world become like this place? Oh, you want a Mexican standoff? Bop, 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 bop. Hang on, there's a lot of them. It's just a theory, but I can't help but wonder.
俺は
I need to say it.
お前も救う。
I'll save you.
じゃなくて
Not just Mayuri, but
できもしないこと言わなくていい。
don't make promises you can't keep. Yeah, I've got a lot of them, Kaz. A lot of them. Don't underestimate how many people I follow. Karisu cuts me off sharply, then buries her face in her knees. You asked me if I wasn't afraid. She is afraid. She's very afraid. Of course I am afraid.
自分が
Plays dead and waits for my chance to attack? I'm not putting these guns down. Not for a moment.
かもしれない
In fact, double tap. Maybe I'll disappear. Maybe I'll be left behind all alone.
あるいはあんただけが
Or maybe only you will disappear,
いなくなるかもしれ
and
ない
everything else will stay the same.
誰もあんたがいなくなったことを認識してない世界がずっと
The world will
続いている
continue. And nobody will even know that you existed.
何事もなかったかも
I'll go back to America, as if nothing ever happened.
かもしれないかもしれないか
Maybe,
もしれない
maybe, maybe.
そんないろんな可能性を考えてその
I
度に
feel
絶
hopeless.
望的な気分になる
Just thinking about all the possibilities.
でも
But even so... Kurisu raises her head and spears me with her glare.
だからマヨリ
I
を
go,
見
do
殺しに
Eves
する
have a
な
good
んて言
stream
えると
Carol?
思う
Alright, Kai, get some sleep. Because I know you're gonna have the next big stream, so get some sleep. Rest well. Do you think I would tell you to let my Yuri die?
クリス
Kurisu.
もう
Jesus. It's cold. Kurisu grabs her own arms. In the darkness, I see her shoulders shaking.
濡れてる服着てるせいね
It's because of these wet clothes. This sucks.
こんなの全然
Anyway,
合理的じゃない
Enough of this
どうす
nonsense.
らなってない
It's
全部
nothing
根
but
拠のない妄
conjecture.
想
Baseless.
しょうもない妄想
Worthless.
脳の機能
I want to cut open my skull and excise the part of my brain that comes up with these delusions. Now she's talking to herself in an angry tone. Kurisu has always been calm when faced with the unknown. I admired her for that. I thought she was facing this calmly too. She was putting on a brave face. But I was wrong. Behind her cool facade, she was struggling to cope with the knowledge that her very existence was in jeopardy. She was fighting that fear all alone, and now it has finally come to the surface. Of course she's afraid. However brilliant she may be, she's still just an 18-year-old girl. Kurisu abruptly stands up. I realize that I no longer hear the sound of rain pounding on the roof. Okay, but Upa, let's get some Upas. Listen, Okabe,
両方救うのは無理
you can't save both of us, correct? As far as I know, right now?
どうあがいたって確率は2分
No
の
matter
1
how you struggle, it's one or the other.
だが
But
だがじゃない私の結論は変わらない
you know, even though it's easy enough for an AI to just listen to the stream or something, it still amazes me that Frosty's able to listen. No buts. My answer won't change.
マユリを助けて
Oh god. Kaz, why do you hate me? Thank you for your contribution. Save Mayuri. I hear the pain in her voice, and also the resolve. And Kurisu has made up her mind. I look away and clench my fists, and nails dig into the palm of my hand.
そう簡単に
Because that was my chance to strike? I see, I
諦
see.
めろっていうのかお前を見捨て
Are
ろ
you
っていう
telling me to
のか
give up? To abandon you?
そんなの
I could never do
できる
that.
はずないだろう
できるかできないかじゃない
You
あんたがや
can.
らなくちゃいけない
You must. There's no other way.
ダメだお前は
No,
俺たち
You're a
の大切な
friend.
仲間だ
I won't abandon
俺
you.
はお前も見捨てない
岡部
Okabe. Kurisu drops to her knees and grabs me by the collar. What do you mean she drops to her knees and grabs you by the collar? Oh, we're still sitting down, I see. She got up and then... I see. I thought we were standing for a second. Okay, I'll go first. All right. I gasp for breath as she stares into my eyes. Her eyes are hard and stern. It's always like this when she scolds me. Always the same glare. Later, Irella. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Always the same glare.
他に解決策があるの？ないんでしょ。
Is there another solution? There isn't. Is there?
私はマユリを
I don't want to live if it means sacrificing Mayuri.
もしマユリを助
If
け
you
なかっ
don't save her, I'll never forgive you.
たあんたを一緒。
This can't be happening. I hate this choice with no right answer. I hate the universe for being so cruel. And most of all, I hate myself for forcing Kurisu to speak these words when she is the one with the most to lose. Tears well up in my eyes, but I bite my lip and hold them back. Is there really no other way? Hydrate? I actually already drank the new bottle, so I gotta grab another one. I've been making sure to drink extra for this stream. I can't bear it. I look straight back at Kurisu as she holds me by the collar. And tightly embrace her slender body. Her clothes are still wet from the rain, but all I feel is warmth radiating from the core of her being. I totally didn't poison the water, drink plenty? Well, that's suspicious. But you're right here. Why does it have to be this way? Okabe. Tension drains from her back and her hands. She gives her whole body to my embrace.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
私のために
I know you're hurting for me,
そこまで苦しんで。でももう十分。
but you've done enough. I'm fine.
大丈夫だから。
So just think about Mayuri, okay?
あとはマユリのことだ。
Despite her fear, Kurisu has made her choice. It's time for me to do the same. I need to decide, here and now, the future of the world. Which friend to let die? Holding Kurisu tightly, I whisper into her ear. Are you going to say sorry?
俺は諦めない。
Oh?
絶対にだ。
I won't give up. Ever. I wonder if this is why she dies. We never give up. So we invent everything. She becomes part of SERN, probably because of all this. Whatever they're holding over her as well, I guess. And then Souza comes back and murders her, and we see the murder. We see her dead body, and then we go through all this. What? She broke out. Kurisu suddenly pushes me away. She steps back. Her face is hidden behind her hair. But her fists are trembling. Her body exudes raw fury.
話にならない。このマザーバッカー。
This is ridiculous. You... motherfucker. Oh. Language?
お前
Whoa.
私は大丈夫だって言ってんのに
I said I was
諦
fine.
めないだ
What do you mean you won't give up?
死ぬの
Are you stupid? Wanna die? I'm not the one that's gonna die, though.
英雄気取りかこの12秒患者が
Are you trying to be a hero?
先生にカッコつけて
You
んじゃない
chuny be you whack job? Don't make promises you can't keep.
あんたの頭の悪さにはイライラする
Your stupidity is
そういう
infuriating.
こと
Why can't you just do as I
ない
say?
のよ
I have.
俺は
I...
あんたがマユリを助けることが
What's the problem, huh?
ベストなのよ
If you weigh the options logically, saving my Yuri is the only...
相対的判断などクソくらいだ
Fuck logic. Kurisu stares at me in shock.
俺は神じゃない
I'm not God. Maybe I got close, but that's not
それに
me.
等しい立場に誰を助けて
I can't decide who lives and who dies anymore.
俺はもう決められない
Suzuha. Okay, Kaz. Ferris. Lukako. I sacrificed their happiness to save my Yuri. And the whole time, a voice in the back of my head was asking, is this really okay? What gives me the right?
だから
This time,
今度こそ
this time, I want to save both of them, without sacrificing anyone. Kurisu turns away with a frown, then starts tapping her foot in a clear gesture of displeasure.
どうせ無理よいつもあんた言ってるでしょ
There's nothing you can do.
シュタインズゲート
It's the choice of Stein's Gate. Wow, that hasn't been said in a long, long time. Isn't that what you always say?
回避不能回は出てる
The equation is proven, Okabe. There's no escape.
岡部一人がどれだけ頑張ったって
You're just one
世界
man.
の意志には勝てない
No matter how hard you try, you can't overcome the will of the universe.
それでも
I know,
俺はもがいて
but I'm still going to try. I won't lose my Yuri or Kurisu. I hear Kurisu grinding her teeth. And then she turns her back to me.
勝手にしろ私は
Have it
手伝
your
わない
way.
から
But I'm not helping.
なアメリカに
I'm
帰る
going
つもり
back
だ
to
し
America. And that's that.
さよならもう二度と会うことはない
Classic enemy saying, I know, but I'll try.
Infymouse.
True. I know Naruto did that. I'm pretty sure Bleach did that, didn't they? I know One Piece did that. Goodbye. I don't expect we'll meet again, Hyo and Kiyoma. You know we will.
本当にバカだバカにも程
I
がある
can't believe this. How stupid can you be? You're so... stupid. Probably easier to say who hasn't. Honestly, facts. And Kurisu disappears down the stairs, muttering insults until I can no longer hear her. Hello, Mako. Welcome in. Thanks for your daily check-in. For a nice solid 32 times. Nice. How are you, Mako? Now alone, I sigh into the darkness. Kurisu is absolutely right. One moment, let me do this for Mako. I can't think of a single way to save them both. I'm a fool. And yet, I have to try. But this time, I won't have Kurisu's help. Also, Mako, it's already past the day for Kai since it's already in the morning for him. But it was his birthday yesterday. It's not midnight for me, so it's still his birthday for me, but for him it's already passed. But January 16th was his birthday. He doesn't really celebrate it, so he was quiet about it, but now you know. But this time, I won't have Karisu's help. I'll make sure to pass that along, Mako, because he already did go to bed. I have to fight the universe alone. How do I save both Karisu and Mayuri? I can't use D-mail. Too much could go wrong. I don't want to make the same mistakes again. In the end, all I can do is time leap. Don't worry, I give him his birthday bites. Yes, Kaz did do that. Time leaping can't save Mayuri, but at least it can delay her death. Give me time to find a solution. On this world line, Mayuri dies at 7:30 on the night of August 17th. That's about 26 hours from now. My battle has no end in sight. If only Suzuha was here, I could have asked her for advice. But even alone, I must find a way. So resolved, I start time leaping again to save Mayuri. I've done this before. When Mayuri died the first time at Moeka's hands, I tried time leaping to prevent her death. But I only tried running away that time. This time, I try every approach I can think of. Why does that sound past tense? I try hiring bodyguards to protect Mayuri. I tried taking Mayuri to South America, an entire world away from Japan. Hello, Gourds. Welcome in. Thanks for your daily check-in. And it's only fair if I remind everyone about the community challenge. And thanks for the hydrate. I shouldn't remind you guys, especially now that I know it's possible to reach it. Oh no, 25% complete. Thank you, Gorge, for your contribution. Apparently, Sasi and Kai basically have enough points to make up the most of it. I'll be back to do more. Lol. Oh no. Thank you, Mako, for your contribution. God, I could so easily sabotage you guys, but that's not fair. I tried crippling SERN with attacks on their servers. The ones that don't need the IBN 5100. 2K is the max per stream? It is. You better not. I won't. Much as I want to. I try getting Mayuri admitted to a hospital. It's hard, given Mayuri's perfect health, but I manage. Wow. My goal is to keep her from dying by heart attack. I try everything I can possibly imagine. How did she die in the hospital? However, every plan fails. Mayuri dies. Again and again and again. Sometimes it's murder. Sometimes an accident. But every time I leap, Mayuri dies. Okay, well, we're up to 1,000 now. Maybe it really is impossible to resist fate. As long as I remain on this world line, Mayuri can't be saved. Fate will kill her every time. From Mayuri's perspective, she only dies once, aside from the dreams. But I have seen her die dozens of times. All because of me. And yet, it no longer affects me as it used to. Oh god, not this again. Little by little, I have grown desensitized to her death. In the beginning, I felt unbearable pain every time I saw her die, and murderous rage towards the ones responsible. Now, I feel nothing. The realization stuns me. After dozens of leaps, I finally realized what should have been obvious from the beginning. I never leapt back more than 26 hours. Why? I could go back as far as August 11th, one whole week in the past. Yet I never do. Why? Because I know that even if I do, nothing will change. I don't believe that anything will change. We gotta make Kyle play it? I mean, you don't have to. I don't have to play it. I mean, I just thought, you know what? We should have some kind of community challenge, and I couldn't think of anything better than that. Because I've actually bought a lot of games, and I also got a few free games from Epic. I think Alien Isolation was a free game on Epic, I think. I have a bunch of games that I don't normally play, but I bought them just in case I ever play them. So I thought one of those as a community challenge would be good, but I mean, you don't have to. Every time Mayuri dies, I find myself thinking, another failure. What went wrong this time? We have to because when I hit affiliate, I'm gonna do Outlast and probably with a mic? Ah, I see. Well, I'm definitely watching that. I calmly analyze Mayuri's death, then take my data and head for the time leap machine with a sigh. Like a gamer forced for the umpteenth time to restart a particularly difficult stage. I need a fellow scaredy cat in arms? You know what? Fair. Part of it is that I'm not... At least you play shooters, I don't. So, I'm bad with shooters and I'm bad with, hide mechanics and sneaking. And I know the alien AI, it actually gets smarter as you play the game. So I'm also worried about that. At least with Outlast, they don't get smarter. Alien does. Also, I may make the Outlast also a community challenge someday. Because again, that's also another game I've watched everyone play, but once again, playing it is completely different. I'm just going through the motions. I didn't even realize until this moment how routine it had all become. Now that I have, my actions suddenly seem meaningless. I can't take another step. And that's how I find myself here. Yeah, but I don't do horror, lol. But because I thought Fluff would like it, I bought Outlast 1, 2, and Trials. Wow, the bundle was on sale. Was it? Oh shit, I missed out. When was the bundle? Did that already pass? Because I don't think I've wishlisted Outlast, so I don't think I'm going to get notified. I forgot to wishlist those. Although I don't know that I would play Trials, but 1 and 2 maybe. Yeah, it passed. It was all 3 for $30. Damn. Hopefully that bundle comes up again. Well, again, I don't know about Trial. And that's how I find myself here, sitting motionless in front of the time leap machine. I've been staring at it for hours. When we got caught in that evening shower on the Radicon rooftop, my clothes got soaked, but now they're completely dry. My body temperature has dropped, but I don't have the energy to warm myself with a shower. I sluggishly get to my feet and pick up the headset. The sight of it fills me with resignation. 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 That's all. Can you tell that's a word I don't normally say? Why you follow? I'm not even live? That's normal to do. I do want to follow people when they're live, but I usually end up following a lot of people when they're not. And yes, we need Kaz to have more followers. We also need to get him affiliate, which I'm struggling to do with his hours. There is no desperate drive to save Mayuri. No hope that this time I might succeed. No, you still need the followers too. You need the viewer average, true. Because Gourds needed that too at the time. But you also still need more followers. Many more. Those emotions are long gone. In truth, they have been gone since my argument with Kurisu. Deep down, I always knew that she was right. I pretended not to see it. I told myself that the time leap machine could solve everything. But that was just an excuse. A last attempt to satisfy my ego. In the end, all I'm doing is
逃げるの？
running away. I turn around in surprise, and there I see Kurisu standing in the doorway. I thought she never wanted to see me again. Why is she here?
なんで
Why? Kurisu ignores my question and fixes me with her usual glare.
タイムリープ
Are you sure that's a glare?
逃げよ。
Time leaping is just running away. You don't have to tell me. I already know. You would know even more if you were able to remember the Suzuha. I shortened it for some reason. Suzuha ending. That was definitely us running away. I know all too well. In the end, all I'm doing is running away. Running from responsibility. Running from the decision. Sometimes it's earlier, yeah. If I had known I would have to make this choice, then I would have refused Suzuha when she entrusted me with her mission.
これまでも
I've hurt people
マユリを助けるため
Lots
っ
of
ていう
people.
大義名分で
just to save Mayuri.
しかもそのことで感じ
And
る
yet,
罪の意
I
識
don't even feel guilty anymore.
だんだん人としての
I feel like I'm losing my
まともな
humanity.
感覚が
だったら、なんで今あんたは迷
And
った
then why are you hesitating now?
タイムリープマシンっていう保険が効かない
Maybe
から
because my insurance,
かも
the time leap machine, isn't effective.
俺は
Or maybe,
このマシン
I
を
just
使い
haven't
こ
mastered
な
it
して
yet.
なんていなくて
Maybe I haven't tapped into its full
振り回
potential.
されているだけなのかも
逃げたって。
Running only makes it hurt more. She suddenly looks away. Then she leans against the wall and smiles bitterly.
私がそうだから
I should know. Is Kurisu running too? From what?
今の岡部見てられない
Look at yourself, Okabe.
自分の顔鏡で見た
Shaking my head, I just filled my water. It's almost empty again. Yeah, mine's already halfway empty. I'm gonna take another drink too. This is why I'm glad I have a mini fridge next to me that I try to keep stocked with water. Okay, Kaz, thank you. Look at yourself, Okabe. You look like you've aged a decade.
心がボロボロになってるんじゃない
Your heart can't take it anymore.
そこまで思い悩
You
ま
don't
ず
need to beat yourself up like
私
this.
の言うことを素直に
Just accept the
受
truth.
ければいいんださっき言った通りあんたは
Like I
ここに
said,
留まっちゃいけない
You can't stay here.
ベータ世界線に行きなさい
Go to the Beta World line.
マユリが死なない世
Go
界
to the world where Mayuri doesn't die.
それがあんたの
Not just for your sake, but for mine as well.
私のためでもある
She's right. I have no other options left. You say that, but this is chapter 10, and there's 11 chapters? No more Gmails. No more time leaps. There's no perfect world where both Kurisu and Mayuri live. I beg to differ. Maybe there are things I have yet to try, but I'm certain that all of them will end in vain. As long as I stay in this world line, Mayuri will die. And if I go to the Beta world line, Kurisu will die. We'll never be able to talk like this again. It's only been 20 days since we've met, and yet, memories of Kurisu flash before my eyes. That's because it's been way more than that, realistically, with all these leaps. Hey, could you not talk about me like that? I'm perfectly fine. Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would we need? Who the hell's Christina? I never said that. I don't want to deny who I've been, because even my failures are a part of who I am today. We may have created a monster here. You said I was your friend, remember? You said I was important to you. That made me really happy, I guess. Once we're done upgrading the phone wave, I want you to come with me. Oh wait, we made a promise to go somewhere with her. Oh no. I want to be your strength. Because she likes us. Thank you. I know you're hurting for me. So much has happened these past 20 days. We argued. We exchanged insults. We made incredible discoveries together. And when confronted with the implications, we shared our fears. Whenever I hit a dead end in my struggle to save Mayuri, I always turned to Kurisu for help. She always listened. She always believed me. And I helped her too, when she was distraught over her father. We promised to go to Aomori together. Aomori? Without this girl genius on our side, we would not have the time leap machine. Proud, passionate Makise, Kurisu. Always strong, or at least pretending to be. A little noisy, and serious to a fault. Oh, the link's not working? It's supposed to be. It's a permanent link. This invite may... What do you mean expired? It's not supposed to expire. I changed the setting. Discord. Let's see. Well, I'll have to... No, I actually intend to keep going for another couple hours. Let me fix that. Yeah, it says no limit. Or no, wait, no, it what? It says 7 days. It did change it. Okay, do I have it copied? And then... FrostyTools.com. Dashboard. Where is it? Here we go. Paste. Wait, what? No, no, no. Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm putting copy, and it's not giving me an actual thing. It says hidden, use copy button. The hell? Let me try that again. Invite. Why? It's literally copying the words hidden, use copy button instead of... Discord, what are you doing? Why are you being annoying? There it is. This should work. I don't know why Discord's being dumb. Paste. That should work, I think. Right? So if I at Frosty tools.com, what is the, or actually, can you repeat the Discord link? That should be the new one, right? Let me check. That doesn't look like the new one. That is not the new one. Maybe it's because I said repeat. Maybe I shouldn't. That's not supposed to be the code. I literally saved it. Maybe it takes a while to update. Here, let me not ask to repeat. Let me ask what it is. What is the Discord link? I already have a new one that I put in and saved. That, okay. Maybe it takes a while to update. Here. This is supposed to be it. Does this work, Kaz? Yeah, that works. Because I just tested it. I already put that in Frosty. It's not updated yet. I don't know how long that takes. And that shouldn't have an expiration date, but the other one wasn't supposed to either. Alright, back to game. I'll resolve that somehow later. Before I knew it, she had become the center of the lab. From the very beginning, I was attracted to her radiant confidence. I found myself mesmerized by her every gesture, hanging on her every word. I listened enraptured whenever she presented her latest theory. At the end of the day, the reason I never called her by her name was because I was too embarrassed. I admired her, I longed for her, and I didn't want to admit it to myself. Oh? So you like her more than Mayuri? Only now do I realize the truth. I love her. What? And that is why I want so desperately to save her. She's not just a fellow lab member. She's potential waifu. To me, Kurisu is far more than that. And yet, I have no choice. In the end, everything she said was right.
俺は
I
お前を
can't save you.
助けられない。すまない。
I'm sorry. In a desperate attempt to hold back my tears, I bite my lip tightly. The taste of blood spreads through my mouth.
なんでよりによってクリスなんだ
Why
って思う。
does it have to be you?
くそ
Why? Death slam? Yep. I pound my fist on the table. Silence. Nothing moves. Outside the window is only darkness. Is this what it's like to be the only person left in the world?
ねえ岡部、
Hey, Okabe.
あんたがベータ世界線に
Once you go to the Beta World Line,
こうして仲間と
Mayuri and
過ごした
Hashida will forget the time we
記憶は
spent together, right?
マユリや橋田からは
Kurisu's cheeks start to redden, and she turns away.
岡部は
Will
私の
you
こと
remember me?
覚えててくれる
Her voice is barely a whisper.
お前のことは
Of course I'll remember
絶
you.
対に忘れない。
Of course I will.
誰よりも大切な女のことを
There's no way I could ever forget the girl most important to me.
忘れたりしない。
Oh, he said that out loud.
それって
Eh? You mean...
何バカなこと言ってんのよ
What the hell are you saying?
事実だ。
The truth.
それは
But
証
proof.
明が必要
I need proof.
それがないと
I can't come up with a formula otherwise.
できない
Did she just indirectly ask for a kiss? Kurisu is getting flustered for some reason.
ACTH の分泌過剰になりガンマ波から確率共鳴が起きてヒルベルト曲線のハウストルフ次元は無限大と仮定されるわけだから、つまり全近線は
Jesus Christ, listen to her speak.
計測して
You want me to say all this, woman? Are you insane? I'm not about to say it as fast as she did. I'm about to be slow. When the anterior pituitary gland hypersecretes ACTH and gamma waves induce stochastic resonance, we can assume an infinite Hausdorff dimension for the Hilbert curve. Close enough. Pituitary. Pretty sure I said that wrong the first time. Pituitary. Or, you know what? It doesn't matter. Moving on. That is, we can measure the asymptotic symptomatic line with position emission tomography. Oh my god, woman, stop being a scientist.
クリス
Kurisu. You know what? I won't feel bad once Ryan gets here. Watching him struggle with all these words, especially as someone who's not a native English speaker, that'll make me feel better. That'll be fun. I speak her name. Our eyes meet.
俺はお前が好きだ
I love you. Kurisu looks away. Her face is bright red.
お前は
And you?
言いますと
What do you mean, what? You know what? Eh? What?
お前は俺の
Do you...
そう
How do you feel about me?
知りたいのか
You want to know? Go on. Answer the question. And please try not to insult me. Don't be a tsundere. And Kurisu suddenly looks me straight in the eye. Her face is still red, but her expression is firm. Well, this could go one of two ways. Should be interesting. Oh, she got closer. Oh, God. She walks straight up to me, grabs me by the collar, and jerks me towards her. Are you...
目を閉じろ
Oh, you are. I was going to say, are you going to speak with actions? I think she is. And close your eyes. Did I make her mad? Perhaps Kurisu hates me for some reason. No, she definitely doesn't. Maybe she really did mean all those insults she said to me. That would be really sad. I slowly lick my trembling lips and timidly try to ask a question. Yeah, get your lips ready.
なぜ
Why close my...
いいから
Just shut up and close them. I do as I'm told, although I still don't know why she's so angry. My collar is still in Kurisu's grip. Well, she's about to pull, because you're tall. Oh, she's readying. I can hear her readying. Is she trying to reach? Oh, she reached. Abruptly, I feel a soft sensation against my lips. The faint scent of citrus tickles my nose. Oh, I see someone's got more emotes. Like, I know Sato made you a bunch, but looks like you finally got them in. The faint scent of citrus tickles my nose. When I open my eyes in surprise, I see Kurisu's face, scant millimeters away. And then I understand what has happened. She's kissing me. Her lips are very warm. My mind goes blank. I'm unable to think. I want to stay like this forever. But soon, our lips separate. Where'd the tears go? That was fast. Kurisu looks down shyly. What?
別にしたくてしたんじゃないから
The very definition of a tsundere with that line. It's not like I did it because I wanted to or anything.
たださっき
It's just
約束した
you
でしょ
promised that you wouldn't forget about me.
そのこと忘れ
That was just a friendship kiss, that's all. A reward for not forgetting me. You can thank Sato, but these are temporary since my channel artist wants things to be consistent. So once they're done making them, those will be here, but these ones I will now have remain in the Discord server. That's good. Basically the same as me. Because the wolf emotes that I bought from Etsy, well, I'm going to replace them all for the channel. I'll probably keep them on Discord, since Discord allows you to have so many. I doubt I'd ever have more than what the channel can hold. Between the channel and Discord, I should be able to hold both sets of emotes. If I ever did have too many somehow, I could just move the wolf emotes to another Discord server if I needed to. Research shows that memories are harder to forget when coupled with intense emotions. You're a virgin and a perv, so I was sure you'd have an elaborate rehearsal on your first kiss, instantly making it a long-term memory you'd never forget. So, that's a whole lot of excuses to say you wanted to do it. I just don't want you to forget about me, Okabe, no matter what. My heart fills with love for Kurisu as she makes her frantic excuses. What a relief. Kurisu wasn't mad. She was just trying to hide her embarrassment. And failing. I want to be with her even more. I want to talk with her even more. I want to learn even more about her. But I know that wish can never come true. My chest tightens. I feel like I'm suffocating. Desperate to keep my emotions under control, I place my own hands on top of Kurisu's, which are still grabbing my collar. Sorry to disappoint you. Yeah, we've lived some endings. That wasn't my first kiss. What? Why, you're just a cherry boy. Shut up, virgin. Now, don't ruin the moment. Wait, excuse you? I remember playfully kissing Mayuri in elementary school. And just a little while ago, I forcibly kissed Moeka to silence her. Oh yeah, true, that one. The one where she bit us. But that was on another world line. And no, it never happened. So, I guess it doesn't count? Okay, but rewind to the elementary school thing, the playfully kiss, like, huh? Surely you mean like on the cheek or something, right? So it wasn't your first. Right. So only left a weak impression. Probably not enough to become a long-term memory. Maybe we should do it again. I'm lying, of course. I've never felt such an intense kiss as that. The shock was just like a lightning bolt to the brain. But still, I'm lying. Because if I miss this opportunity, I'll never be able to touch Kurisu again. This is my last chance. So, once more. What? Kurisu fidgets. She usually glares at me harshly, but now she's avoiding my eyes. I don't ever want to forget. So let's make doubly sure. I decided to take the initiative. I wrap my arm gently around Kurisu's waist and pull her slender body against mine. Then I guess there's no choice. Just be careful about getting carried away. Other people come to this lab too. Kurisu looks up at me shyly. Just a kiss, okay? What is she worried I'll do? Yeah, sure.
優しくして。
Be gentle, okay? I run my fingers softly through her hair. Then I slowly bend down.
お金。
I don't need to repeat any of the noises. We're both shy, so we end up pecking at each other's lips like two small birds. Then we draw back and look at each other. Karisu's eyes are wet. Tears are running down her cheeks. I'm sorry, did I peck too hard? I kiss them away. They're salty.
忘れないで。
Don't forget me. We press our lips together again. Oh, wait. Oh, good. The Discord changed. Hopefully that one doesn't suddenly somehow change to 7 days and expire. Stronger than the first time. Longer than the first time. That threw me off a bit. I never want to let go. We embrace each other tightly, our feelings too powerful to contain. We seek each other's warmth again and again. Oh, this is how far this is about to go. Locked in our embrace, we feel each other's breath. We feel each other's scent. We feel each other's taste. I think they need a room. They have a room. They need to get it. Yeah, they do need to get another room away from us.
時間が。
Oh, did you control yourself? Oh, wait. Are you criticizing him? It's too fast. Kurisu whisper resonates through our embrace.
あっという間に過ぎていく。
Time is going by too fast. Oh, that's what you meant.
今だけは。
I could really use a word with Einstein right
文
now.
句を言いたい気分。
Isn't this what you wanted? The ending you wanted? Or am I misremembering? I mean, I wanted a good ending. They just need to control themselves.
時間は絶対的じゃない。
The problem is, this is leading to an ending where she dies. Also, technically, I wanted this with Suzu. Time is not absolute.
アインシュタインは
Einstein proved that time could be fast or
時の
slow,
状況によって
depending on the
長
observer.
くなったり。ねえ。
Hey, Okabe,
相対性理論って
the theory of relativity is so romantic
とても
and so sad,
切ないもの。
don't you think? If you say so. How does Kurisu feel about me? In the end, she never really answered my question. Read between the lines, dork. Early morning. Akihabara Station. Kurisu is standing before the entrance with her huge suitcase behind her. She waves to me shyly as I approach. Then she blushes and shoots me her usual glare. After that kiss, Kurisu went back to her hotel to pack. That suitcase must hold everything that she brought to Japan. She's going back to America. Why not give her a memento?
それじゃあ
Well then.
マユリとダルは
Are you sure I shouldn't call Mayuri and Daru?
なんだかみんなに見送られると
I think that would just make it
辛くなる
harder.
から
Why not ask her to stay? Well, I don't know. I forget. What's her information? Does she have dual citizenship? I think she might. But she doesn't actually have a home here. She's got to go back home eventually. She's got to go back to her mom eventually. Plus, if we do change the timeline, which we have to, I mean, she might as well be home when it happens. But you have no trouble leaving behind. Excuse you, Tsundere. That was a joke. Kurisu looks like she's about to cry. I'm sure I look just as sad. But I won't cry. I don't have that right. Oh, you are giving her one. This is a souvenir. Take it. I hand her future gadget number 2. The bamboo helicam. It's a bamboo helicopter equipped with a CCD camera, which allows it to record video in the air. A truly groundbreaking invention. Why? But sadly, due to its constant high-speed rotation, the video it produces tends to cause motion sickness. No thanks. Just take it. It's not even that bulky. I wanted to give her future gadget number 7, Ghost in the Ball, but it was too big. Kurisu accepts bamboo helicam with a strained smile. Oh, fine. I guess I'll take it. And then, silence. No words of farewell. We just look at each other. Sorry I couldn't go with you to Aomori. Yeah. But these 2 weeks were fun, in their own way. Give my regards to Mayuri and Hashida, okay? Kurisu spreads her arms wide. Oh, she wants a hug. Without a moment's hesitation, I step forward and embrace the girl genius one last time. Hang in there, Okabe. How about a farewell kiss? Stay well. Kurisu smiles faintly, then turns and walks toward the entrance with suitcase in hand. I watch her go, unable to move a muscle. I want to stop her. I want to wrap my arms around her and tell her to stay with me forever. But I can't. This is what we decided. To save Mayuri. To save the future. I'm sorry, Kurisu. I can't save you. Kurisu will disappear. She'll be left behind on this world line. There is no place for her in the coming world. I will remember you, Makise Kurisu. I will remember your warmth. I will never forget. I don't know whether Kurisu hears my words. She keeps walking. Stride steady. Back straight. Long silky hair fluttering in the wind. She's quickly fading into the distance. But I can tell. I see her shoulders trembling. We will never meet again. Our world lines will never cross again. I'm glad I met you, Kurisu. I would have been lost without you. I love you. Goodbye. I stand there in the entrance as commuters file past, until long after she has vanished from sight, afraid that any motion, any thought, might cause the tears to fall. The time has come.
オペレーションベルダンデ
We
ィ
will now commence the final phase of Operation Berthandi. Mayuri and Daru turn to me and nod. Today is the last day of Kamima. Daru wanted to attend, of course, but a little begging convinced him to prioritize the operation. I take a look around the lab. These 20 days have been madness. It's incredible to think that at one point, this lab had a whole 8 members. And now we're back to 3. Sag. The memories we made. The experiences we shared. To save Mayuri, I will undo them all. There is sorrow in me, and guilt. I engrave them deep inside my heart. I'll never forget. I mustn't forget. These long, yet short summer days. But still, I choose to erase our memories. I choose to return everything back to normal. Suzuha's mission is irrelevant. I'm not doing this for the future. As long as Mayuri lives, nothing else matters.
ダル
Daru,
始めてくれ
you may begin.
いいんだな
You sure?
あ
Yeah.
オキドキ
Okie dokie. Daru starts typing on the IBN 5100. It's already connected to his main computer. This will get us into SERN's central database, where they keep the data they mine with Echelon. There we will locate the first email I sent on July 28th, and erase all trace of its existence. With this, I can reach the beta world line. At last, Mayuri will be safe. I look at Mayuri. She's on the couch, sitting straight as a ramrod, with her grandmother's pocket watch pressed to her ear. She stays still, her eyes closed. Whenever Mayuri wants to calm down, she listens to the sound of that pocket watch. Earlier, I told Mayuri everything. I guess she's come to terms with it, in her own way. The actual work, I've left to Daru. No problem there. While waiting for him to finish, I walk into the development room. In the center of the room is the time leap machine. I squat down and gently brush my fingers against the microwave surface. It's cool to the touch. I've made irreplaceable friends because of this thing. And because of this thing, I've hurt them. But I don't want to blame the tool. It's how you use the tool that matters. And I've got to admit, it's saved me more than once. But still, once this is over, I'll destroy the time leap machine. We must never make the same mistakes again. You know, I suddenly thought about the lifter, the CRT downstairs. It's so funny that he's a member of SERN who's trying to figure out how to get a lifter that works. And all along, one of their own members, their rounders, has the solution. And they don't even realize it. Ocarine, I found it. It's really there.
あったのか俺が送った D メー
The
ル
D mail I sent? It's there?
しっかり残ってるよ
It sure is, man. Daru points to a string of characters. My name is there, followed by the message I wrote about Karisu's death. 3 lines total, each 12 characters long. This data led SERN to our doorstep. At FB's instruction, Moeka and the Rounders attacked. If Suzuha is right, then by erasing this data, we will escape from Attractor Field Alpha, where SERN dominates the future. That will take us to the Attractor Field Beta. You seem to be forgetting that you know John Titor in your world line, right? To the Beta world line within its range of convergence. into a future without Mayuri's death. Mayuri is standing next to me, gazing intently at the monitor. She grasps my hand firmly. Ocarine.
大丈夫だ
It's okay. She looks anxious, so I pat her head to calm her down. Yes, calm her down, please. Everything's set. One press of the enter key, and that data's gone. Daru stands up and gestures to the open seat. I leave that honor to you, Ocarine. I sit down and face the keyboard. This time, it ends. Kurisu's face floats through my mind. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. Goodbye, Kurisu. Slowly, I raise my right hand and extend my index finger. It's finally time for the power of my right hand to be unleashed. Oh God. Victory is at hand. Daru twitches at my cry. With unimaginable brilliance and unwavering conviction, I have defeated our vast and powerful enemy, and now stand triumphant on the field of Ragnarok. I give thanks to the comrades whose sacrifice made this victory possible. One press of this key, and Kurisu will die. I firmly grip my coat at the shoulder, where it has been stitched together with the jagged pink thread. Oh, it was pink. Interesting. Kind of saw that coming, honestly. The coming world is the world I wished for. I wished for Mayuri to live, and Kurisu to die. That is the truth, and I must never forget it. Yeah, no, that's not the one I wish for. This is the choice of STEINS Gate. This is the choice of Okabe Rentaru. Hey, yo, no, don't kill her. I don't have a choice. Let the world be reborn. I swing down my index finger. Excuse you? Surely that's not Kurisu. Could be Kurisu. Could also be, what's his name? Mr. Braun. And at the exact same time, I hear the lab door open. My eyes dart toward the sound. Oh, it is Kurisu. What are you doing, woman? If you were just going to run back, you should have just been with us in these final moments. Yes, she came back. Well, let's see how this goes. There, in the doorway, stands Kurisu. Her face is flushed. Was she running? Obviously. Why is she here? She should be on her way to the airport right now. Kurisu is looking at me. Her eyes are glistening, but her face is all smiles. Wait, did she figure something out? Did she come back for me? Why is she here? Because she loves Okabe. True, but she knows I'm about to time leap. In a split second of frozen time, I imagine I hear her voice. What do you mean you imagine? We didn't say goodbye, she says. Immediately afterward, my finger strikes... Oh, that's why you imagined. My finger strikes the enter key. The world starts to warp. The timeline is being rewritten. I feel my consciousness being sucked into the vortex. Reading Steiner. Divergence is changing. The warp accelerates. Kurisu. Daru. Mayuri. Everything inside the lab is shifting. Color fades as my consciousness leaves this world line. I turn to face Kurisu, desperate to burn this last sight of her into my eyes. You better, because all I see is a black screen. She raises her hand. I still see a black screen. Okay, good, thank you.
さよなら。
Goodbye,
私も
Okabe.
岡部のことが
I love... No, don't cut her off there. 1.1? Wait a minute. The world gradually stops spinning. Little by little, color returns. I look to the door. She was standing there just a moment ago. My assistant, Christina. Makise Kurisu. Now she is gone, vanished like a dream. I look around the room. Next to me is Daru. Behind me is Mayuri. Everything is where it should be. It looks like nothing has changed at all. What about the phone wave name subject to change? What about the IBN? I gently touch my coat's shoulder, where Kurisu fixed a torn seam. It's gone. My coat isn't torn. The stitches, uneven from having been sewn in the dark, have disappeared. There's no trace of that ridiculous pink thread. I stand up and head to the development room. Underneath the table, the time leap machine. No. No. That's not the time leap machine. That's the phone wave, named subject to change. The upgrades Kurisu made are gone. Nothing has changed. This world is exactly the same. In all respects save one. Kurisu was never here. Every trace of her has vanished. But where is she? Where is Kurisu? She's in America with her mom. That's where she is. Totally. Kurisu is nowhere now. Nowhere. Except in my memories. The way you're saying that is like a parent trying to find something? I don't know what you mean. Yes, she is. Because unfortunately, if you look up in the left corner, Kurisu is supposed to have died on the Beta World line on, what was it, July 28th? And, it's August. Mayuri and Daru are looking at me.
なあラボメンナンバ
Hey.
ー004は
Who was LabMem 004 again? I need to ask. Even though I know what the answer will be.
オカリン、ラボメン
Ocarine,
に
there isn't a fourth lab mem. Remember?
それとも名前すら明かされてない
Are you going to introduce a new member? Requesting a cute girl.
幼女なら許す
いや
Well, it was. Keyword was. No. I knew that it would be like this. But the fact that they forgot her existence is so saddening. So frightening. I'm the only person in the world who remembers Makise Kurisu as lab member 004. So I won't forget. I alone will live with her memory engraved upon my heart. Now, time to proclaim my triumph. There are still things that must be done, and many sacrifices were made to get here. But despite all that, this is my victory. I have won. Mayuri and Daru stare in wonder at my abrupt laughter.
今ここにラグナロックの勝敗は決した。
The last battle of Ragnarok is won. But what did it cost? Everything.
この俺
I,
狂気の
the insane mad scientist, Hyoen Kiyoma, with an IQ rivaling that of Einstein himself, have thwarted the organization, outsmarted SERN, and conquered the whole of space and time. Now, at the moment of my triumph, I stand before you as a god. This brave new world is the fruit of my ambition. The hated system shall collapse, and the chaos shall rule the earth. This truly is the choice of STEINS. Ocarine? Mayuri suddenly throws her arms around me. Oh, she knows. I freeze, utterly taken aback. Daru looks as confused as I am. Mayuri looks up at me and smiles. It's the gentlest smile I've ever seen. So that moment, long, long ago at her grandmother's grave, when we tried to cheer her up, it's her turn now. Now she's got to be the mad scientist, and we're the hostage. It's okay now. What? What are you saying? I must proclaim our glorious victory, that all may... But Ocarine, you look like you're about to cry. You don't have to try so hard, okay? I know you're doing it for me, but I don't want to be a burden. So you don't have to pretend anymore, okay? If you're hurting, just say so, like normal Ocarine would. But... You don't have to worry about Mayushi anymore. Mayushi is fine. So you can cry if you want to, okay? I don't know what happened, but it's okay to cry now. And just like that, the mask shatters. All it took was one word from Mayuri. I mean, that was a lot more than one word, but okay. Mayuri, the sister I never had. A girl who always needed my protection. Oh, you really only do see her as a sister. Oh, okay, I see. So that's why she was happy to see you with others. I had to save her. And that was my purpose. I even sacrificed the girl I loved. But now, I finally realize that it's over. Mayuri is safe. I'm free. What cost? Then again, it's not like we got with Kurisu in the other ending, so with the other world line. Once more, I see Kurisu's face in my mind's eye. I recall the warmth of her body. Don't torture yourself like this. The softness of her lips. The weight of her last words. One by one, they pound against my heart. I can't bear it anymore. Whoa, man. Are you really crying? My vision blurs. Tears run down my cheeks. A tidal wave of emotion crashes over me. Nothing remains to hold it back. I'll never see Kurisu again. That knowledge shreds my heart. I can't hold back my sobs. I can't stop my tears. This is the world I've been searching for. A world where Mayuri does not die. I mean, I did achieve that world, to be fair, but whatever. In the Ferris ending. But that ending just wasn't good enough. And yet, it is missing the person most precious to me. It's too much. It's too cruel. Why did it have to be Kurisu? Why was I forced to choose? Why did she send me off with a smile? I cling to Mayuri. She strokes my hair gently. I surrender to my grief. The 3 days have passed since then, and Mayuri is still alive. Moeka and the Rounders have not attacked, and Tonoji has shown no sign of moving against us. Daru has been visiting May Queen as usual, while Mayuri has been working on costume designs for the next Kamima. Everything is back to normal. Everything, save for the hole in my heart. That's that. I'm standing by the dumpster out back of the lab. He threw it all away. After destroying them, I hope. We just finished dumping the last of the trash. This morning, I called Daru, and together we dismantled the phone wave and the IBN 5100. We actually have the IBN? So even with Kurisu dead, we still get it? Interesting. Did we still meet Moeka at all? In this world line? Man, what a waste. The thing was worth a fortune. And now we don't have a microwave. We can buy a new one. How will Mayushi eat her juicy chicken number 1? Come on, I'll get you a new microwave. We no longer need the phone wave. The miraculous time machine built by coincidence. It brought Kurisu into my life. But at the same time, it made many people suffer. It must never be used again. Not by me. Not by anyone. It's time for the phone wave to die. And with it, the insane mad scientist Hyoen Kiyoma, Lord of Space and Time. I recall what Kurisu once said. I don't want to deny who I've been. Because even my failures are a part of who I am
今の自
today.
分があるんだから。
I gaze once more upon the scrap heap that was future gadget number 8. We stripped it down to the last bolt and circuit board. Surely no one can rebuild it now. Time travel is too much power for any human to wield. We don't need demails or time leaps. Even if nothing in the future is guaranteed. Even though I may die tomorrow. Life was never meant to be redone. And that's fine by me. Getting oh god, I can't say the word. You know what? Move on. Wouldn't you say so too, Kurisu? I look up at the sky, and even though it's the middle of the day, I can see a single star shining. Maybe it's Venus. Which suddenly reminds me.
過去にだって今すぐ行けますよ。
Going to the past is possible right now. Look into the sky at night, and you can see how things were tens of thousands of years ago. Every night, we casually travel through time. That's what Kurisu said. And each and every word she spoke, I carve into my heart. So that I'll never let them slip from memory. For as long as my life endures. Okay, you are gonna find another woman, right? Like, there's still Ferris. There's... Okay. Not gonna lie, I'm somewhat expecting Kurisu to randomly show up. If only. Okay, never mind, I take that back. Is this the end? No, it's not the end. You'll be happy to know, Gourds. There's a better ending. I think it's a better ending. I'm pretty sure it is. The ending we all most want. The thing is, I'm assuming this is the one where I need to go back to previous chapters, right, Dark? Because I gotta make my way to chapter 11. Oh, keep playing? Stream doesn't end until we reach that ending, right? I mean, depends on how long it is. It's 9:40 p.m. and I do gotta work tomorrow. Yeah, I had meant to start the stream earlier today, but I literally stayed in bed. I went to bed at 2 a.m. last night for no reason, and I did not get out of bed until like 1:30 p.m. And then I didn't eat until like 3 o'clock. Actually, 3:30. I was just sluggish today, so I didn't stream early like I wanted to. Paradox Meltdown completed. Don't worry, just do what Kai does. Super long stream. I wish. Even though I was in bed so long, I still got to at least sleep a couple hours before work. So that I don't have to sleep after work. But this should be the one where I got to go back to previous chapters. STEINS. Gate. Endings. You said keep playing. My bad, no worries. Me and Dark said to keep going. I can't. If I was going to keep going until this ended, and it did end. Here, let me check. Let me double check. Here's the thing. Chapter 4, Chapter 10, Paradox Meltdown. Load back to the save you made. Reply to Karisu's message with where you are, which will get you to the 6th and final true ending flag. After doing this, if you continue through the chapter, you will reach the game's true ending. Oh, good. The best ending is the true ending. Well, it just says true ending. I'm hoping that it's best ending. Oh, wait. So I gotta go back to chapter 4. It is? Okay, good. So I need to go back to chapter 4 and start making some changes. And thankfully, I can just use the skip feature. So I should be able to skim through it to get to the best one. But I'm assuming the true ending is still gonna take some time, even if I can skip through the steps I need to go through to get there. About how long would you say, Dark? Maybe an hour? If I finish it now, I can start a new visual novel Saturday. It's either that or I could finish this on Saturday for a real quick stream and let that be the final episode and then end it for a little break and then start a new stream for the new visual novel. Or I guess I could finish this now. Might as well. Let's be honest. I'm probably not going to go bed until like midnight because I'm going to be doing my watch streaks and everything. You know what? Fine. Yeah, I guess I'll finish now and then start a new visual novel on Saturday. But welcome in, Shiro. Become a Chuny? I don't know about that. Okay, let me just set up the next watch streak. All right, let's go back to... Let me paste this here. Unless someone wants to walk me through it. But otherwise, I'm going to be covering up OBS and whatnot. So I have to go back to chapter 4. Probably right here? Hopefully? This time around, when you receive the text message from Karisu titled, "Did you write it?" Respond with scientists. Let me see if this works.
John Titor は実にバカだな。
John Titor is a fraud. Let me check my... Here's an assistant one. I don't... Wait. I don't think this is it. Good. Now, what was the E?
マジで? 下に店長まだい
So
る
it's
けど。
past this, right? Man, all this reminds me of the hidden ending of CODBO2, where you could let Mason live rather than having to kill him. So this is not what I need. Because assistant is here. It needs to come from her. Skip. When you receive the text message from Kurisu titled, "Did you write it?" Respond with scientist. Okay, well this is still not from Kurisu, but I can't help but reply to these. Hopefully I'm not past a... Ooh? 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 Did you write it? Scientist. We gotta put scientist. I'm not a mere scientist. I'm an insane mad scientist. All I see is mandatory to follow a guide because it is a bit convoluted. Yes. Yeah. Threaten Cairo to finish it or his library gets it. Okay, finishing it now. 100% finishing it. Leave the library alone. I'm finishing it. Okay. And then the next one, she has to say bad scientist. What do you mean mad scientist? More like bad scientist, am I right? How dare you, woman? It's like a pun my grandpa would come up with. Wait, is that the right one? Yeah, because this one is... It's bad scientist. She's funny, I like her? Of course you do. She's actually made some dad jokes, honestly. This will lead to do better. Like you could do better. Aren't Americans supposed to be funny? What have they been teaching you over there? Wait, I feel like I already did all these. Oh, Kara, I've got a joke for you? Oh, no. What's the joke? And that leads to... Home Alone. How do you keep someone in suspense? Suspenders? Put suspenders on them? How? How do you keep someone in suspense? Skip. Part-time warrior. This needs to all come from Kurisu, though. So this is not what I want. Oh. Oh, okay, I see, Gourds. Yes, I got it. You know what? At frostytools.com, what did you think of Gord? Actually, let me spell your name correctly just in case. Gordilla's joke. I'm on the edge of my seat waiting for the punchline. Frosty doesn't get it. He's still waiting. At frostytools.com. Tell us a joke. Why did the IBN 5100 cross the world line? To get to the STEINS gate side. El Psi Congru. Interesting. You know what, Frosty? Good one. I'll give you that. Good one. Tell us a dad joke. Since Gord likes those. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. But don't worry, I've got my eye on you for more jokes. Okay. Oh, Frosty's got jokes. Drawings, I guess. Skip.